If you want to get on it, it'll
No, I'm
give
on
you.
it already. That's what I'm
Oh,
asking.
okay.
Yeah, because this supposed to change the password.
It says waiting for the Sportsman podcast.
We live.
I don't think
We
so.
live.
Doesn't say fool.
Yeah, we live.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now it came up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. Yes, sir.
Oh, my shit's not even.
yeah. It is.
My shit's not even loading. Oh, okay. Alright.
Aquí. Started.
You're on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You're on the Wi-Fi, bro.
I am. This is lagging though.
You don't have service?
Yeah. It shows I'm live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me disconnect. Maybe there's too many heads.
But I'm
on
not
it.
on the Wi-Fi though.
Oh, you're not?
No.
No, okay. There's too many heads on
¿Cómo se
the
mira? ¿Estamos bien?
Come say
Simón, güey.
No.
Oh yeah, bro.
Let me
You
put
guys
it.
want it?
You could be able to come from here. If somebody's coming.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm gonna log into it.
It's kind of like.
It's like a delay, huh?
Yeah, delayed a little bit.
No, it's not even it's not even the Wi-Fi. My phone's just lagging right
For sure. For sure.
now.
What's good, everybody?
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, we're live, huh?
We live, baby.
What up? What up? What up? As you guys can see,
Wait, we using these?
Both.
Okay.
Los dos.
For
we
sure.
back.
We a lot of people.
I think I'm the only one that's back.
Nah, but we back all together in person.
As
at
a
least.
group.
As a group in person.
I didn't get you a chela for?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit! I didn't see that shit.
We back on live. Fucking first time in a while that we meet in person. This has been good.
Yes.
Shadow, how you been, dog? How you been?
Yeah, I've been good, fool. You know, same shit, different day, just one day at a time, getting shit done. It's good to be back, though. If I must say that, like, it feels good to be right here, man. Like, for real, straight up. Thank you guys for
Okay.
having me back, man.
Nah, thank you for coming, dog.
Like, if you guys don't mind, I'll be making special appearances
Hey,
here and there.
Tonyo.
Shit, whenever
Right
you're
here.
ready, fool.
You know,
You've
shit
been
feels
good for good,
we've
fool.
been missing you. The fans been missing you, dog.
that shit feels good.
And whenever you're ready to talk about sports, we're gonna be right here for you, dog.
Shit, well, I'm ready right now. you
Let's
know?
get
So
into it,
there's a lot
dog.
going on this week.
Well, we
the
got
NBA Finals, the Dodgers and Padres. Dodgers playing some good teams, you know. So let's get into it, man. How y'all want to do it today?
Let's do it.
what's up, Toño?
What
We're
we
going
doing
first.
today, Toño?
Let's get into some NBA. We got Game 6 coming up tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah, Thursday.
Tomorrow, Thursday, on Juneteenth. Honestly, I think Thunder gonna. I wanted to go Game 7, but Thunder might close it out because I don't know how Holly Burn is.
Yeah. Got a
With
calf strain or
calf strain.
Oh, yeah.
He's not gonna be 100. I didn't even know if if he's gonna play. They haven't said. He said he was gonna get they said that he was gonna get an MRI.
right.
I don't think they've set the results or anything. I haven't heard of it, but give us your thoughts, Shadow.
Well, first I want to say usually when they don't release the results, it's never good news, you know. So that's one thing. But I think the Thunder take it tomorrow. I think that's it. You know, regardless whether he's 100 or not. I just think the Thunder they're known for their defense. Seems like they figured the Pacers out. And the longer the series goes, the worse it gets for the Pacers. I think the Thunder are going to win the series regardless whether it's tomorrow or Game 7 or whatever.
I agree. Not saying Holly Burden is a great. He's good, but he's been clutch.
Yeah.
And I feel like OKC knows he's been clutch, and I think they know if he plays, he's not gonna be 100. So it's one of those. Let's just go ahead and end that shit now.
Yeah.
Why even force it? Why even take this shit longer? Like, let's just get this shit over with there at home. So just finish this shit off. That's the way I see it.
OKC's at home tomorrow, or is Indiana?
No, Indiana.
It's
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana?
right?
Oh,
The
okay.
the only way I see it, the Pacers winning tomorrow is if Caitlin Clark shows up in the stands. You know, because they're undefeated. No when she's there, she's like 8-0, I think, the whole season.
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I think it's over tomorrow. To be honest with you.
But I don't think she'll show up. She's
No,
back in
yeah.
action.
She's back in action. Yeah.
Well, I had said Thunder were gonna win in 7 games,
Seven.
but obviously we didn't expect the
injuries.
injuries. But Chinto, you're that quiet. Give us your thoughts.
I mean, it's over. It's over even if Halliburton plays.
Yeah.
Especially if Halliburton plays, it's over.
Especially.
he gonna play through an injury, bro. Might as well
Yeah.
fucking let somebody else play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like even if Halliburton was healthy, I would have still picked the Thunder to win this game. Honestly, I don't think they want no parts of Game 7. That's the, the most dangerous game you can have in sports.
Yeah.
Like it could go either way. So I don't think the Thunder want to see it go to 7. So regardless, I had OKC all the way from. Even if Halliburton is healthy, not healthy, if Halliburton is playing unhealthy, if Halliburton is playing healthy, whatever, Thunder in 6,
I liked OKC too before the series even started.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick with
Same
that.
here, same here. So I'm writing it out, bro. I
You-
got OKC.
Shadow, your opinion on Halliburton? You think he's a superstar?
Superstar is a strong word. I will say this: I don't think he's overrated. I just think he's right where he needs to be. But superstar is a strong word, man. I don't know if I'm ready to call him a superstar yet. It's hard to be a superstar in Indiana, because superstar comes with not just the basketball part of it, but the marketing part of it too,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Not even after he did the Reggie Miller.
That was dope. Don't get me wrong, that was dope. When he called out the Knicks, especially against the Knicks too, that shit was dope. But yeah,
That
no,
was sick.
it takes more.
Yeah.
But he kind of did it too early, bro. Cause that was a 2-pointer, and luckily they won the
Look at
second.
they won.
But,
Look at this.
but,
Way I get you. That was just a tie, right?
Yeah,
that
but
was
they
just a
won
tie.
though. They won though, so it
Yeah.
worked out at the end. But
Yeah.
but
Nah, superstar is a strong word.
But you think he's more clutch than Bronson then? Because
Yeah,
Brunson won
yeah.
clutch player of the year.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think he is. Those awards are usually before the playoffs go, right? That's when
Yeah.
they vote on them. I think so, bro. Because even if you look at Brunson's career, like, yeah, the Knicks are relevant now. But can you say, like, they're doing better than they should be?
I
You
don't
talking
think
about-
so.
No, the Knicks.
oh, the Knicks.
Yeah. You think the Knicks overperform or underperform?
I think they overperformed.
Really?
I think they overperformed.
With the hype they get, especially after last season.
well, you gotta understand they get the hype because it's a big city. It's
Right,
a
right,
big
so
market.
That's what I mean, though. Like, I mean, I just feel like the Knicks get talked about so much and they don't produce anything.
Nah, honestly, for the squad that they have, I think they overperform, making it to the conference finals. No, but I didn't expect that at all. Did you guys? Honestly,
No, I didn't.
we all had the
I didn't.
Celtics.
I didn't.
Milwaukee maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't. To me they overperformed this year.
Well, I think Brunson carried that load on that team. He was
sure
balling
did.
almost every game.
I like Brunson.
And then he had kind of got hurt in that series as well. That ankle, I think
Yeah.
twice or
Yeah,
something
twice.
like
I
that.
think it was twice.
But to me, if Brunson wasn't there, then no, not even close. Probably not even make playoffs if Brunson wasn't there.
Yeah, maybe.
I like Brunson. Do you think they would have done better if they had Julius Randle back instead of Cat?
Yeah, I think so. Cause Julius Randle is faster. He can move more, and
I think
he's
he's a little, even though he's smaller, he's a little more physical too.
yeah, he has better like I want to say post moves.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I would think they would have done better.
And that's up for debate. I feel like because they both the teams made it to the
They did
the
Yeah.
finals with the switch,
with the switch.
So it's kind of hard to gauge that question, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Cat gave him better 3-point shooting than Julius Randle did.
Yeah, for sure. Randle doesn't have 3-point shooting.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if that's what the Knicks really needed. Maybe they needed
3-point shooting? you
Yeah,
mean? Oh.
maybe they needed a more, like you said, physical.
More
presence.
physical.
Yeah, presence.
Somebody that's Cat size but more physical.
Yeah.
Because Cat,
Yeah.
for his size, he's not physical enough in my
No,
opinion.
I don't know. He's
more
never
of a-
been known for.
No, he's never been known for
Yeah.
physicality.
Yeah, I feel like he's almost like AD. Like they're big, but they're not
Yeah,
known
but
for
then-
their
yeah.
physicality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
but I mean, so does J Dub deserve Finals MVP or SGA? Because J Dub went off this last game for 40 or 40 piece.
Yeah,
But SGA has been the more consistent one.
exactly. I think he's up for the conversation. I don't think he's earned it yet. If I'm voting today, I'm still voting SGA.
Yeah, I don't
For
think
finals
I don't
MVP.
think J Dub has I'm looking for.
Been consistent enough?
Not consistent. Like yeah, he's had a good game, but
Yeah.
he hasn't topped SGA. That's the way I see. He hasn't topped SGA. He had a couple good games.
Overall,
but,
right?
But overall, he hasn't topped SGA.
I agree. I agree with that.
Chinto?
Sorry guys, we're having some issues.
Nah, yeah, I don't know why this question is being asked at all. Like, I don't think I don't think
It's not up for debate?
Yeah, I don't think it's up for debate. I think SGA has this locked up in the bag, easy. Just my opinion.
Assuming they go all the way.
Assuming they win
Yeah,
it, of course.
right,
Yeah,
right.
assuming they win it, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, he had this. J Dub balled out this last game, but other than that, SGA been dominating.
Mhm.
You know the series, at least the games they won, even the games they lost. Like he's he's averaging 30 points. What more can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's averaging 30 plus points for the finals. I mean, how better can you be than that? You know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So you agree that the question shouldn't even be asked?
Well, I mean,
No, that's what
wouldn't-
I'm saying.
No, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so, cause yeah, J-Dub hasn't been consistent, and obviously SGA, even in the regular season, he's been averaging
going
30
off.
points, 30 points a game,
Mhm.
and so yeah, I don't think there's a question. SGA should win it.
No
Easy,
doubt.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, assuming they win the finals, because this conversation reminds me of when LeBron, he was the best player on both teams when they lost against the Warriors. What was it, in 2017, or I forgot what year it was, but he had ridiculous numbers, and there was the topic: should it go to a losing?
Oh yeah, I remember
player.
that. Yeah.
Like, even though his team didn't win the finals, should he still be MVP? And I think he should have, but he didn't win it, obviously.
Yeah, they were exactly. They were already talking about
Yeah.
LeBron should win it even if
Even if they lose,
Yeah,
even if
I
they
remember
lose the
that.
series, yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of what this conversation reminds me of. Like, SGA has been balling, you know.
yeah.
It's been highly balling.
And let's say Pacers do win in well, I guess 7-7 now, but.
Yeah.
Who would you give it to? Would you give
From
it
the
to
Pacers?
Halliburton or Siakam? Because I think it's between both of them. But Siakam has been more consistent, I guess. you
In
could
my
say.
opinion, I'd give it to Siakam, bro.
Siakam,
Because
easy.
Siakam has been the difference for that team.
Halliburton.
That was a really good trade to pick him up.
Hallie just clutch. Like,
To be-
but,
Yeah.
but he had 0 points I think last game, right?
I don't know if he had 0 points, but he didn't have any points going into the fourth quarter. That's for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he ended up scoring any in the fourth quarter, but like you said, he's just been clutch, and that's a good trait. But he had that one clutch shot. What was it? Game 2 or 3? And other than that, he's been
Game 1, I think. When
game
they
one.
won
Okay,
that, when they
okay.
stole
Oh,
game
yeah.
one.
When they won the game when we had the game winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's been getting locked up this whole finals. In my opinion.
What you just said makes me think, like, okay, he has been clutch. Can you say Halliburton can take over a game?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's been clutch, but can you say he's like the top player
Exactly.
in any game so far this
No.
series? I don't think so.
Even
He's been clutch, like you said. It's a good trade.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you also got to dominate games.
Yeah.
You got to take over a game,
Yeah.
and I don't think he can do that.
And I feel like Siakam's been doing that more, like getting Pacers back and keeping the lead or whatever it may be in the situation. But
Controlling the game.
controlling the game, yeah, exactly. Siakam's been the one that been doing that. So honestly, I would give it to Siakam. I know in the previous series, I don't know if you guys saw the video where Halliburton was expecting to receive the
the MVP.
the MVP for the conference finals, and it ended up going to they called Siakam's name, and he just turned right back around. I feel like I don't think he even expects to win the MVP in the finals.
You mean Halliburton?
Halliburton, yeah.
All right. Well, one last question for you guys before we move on. Damn, I just lost my train of thought. What I was gonna ask.
Still finals related?
Yeah, it's still finals related. Fucking idiot. Fucking lost my train of thought. Gotcha.
Yeah, slow down on the beers, dog.
You're
Not
not
barely,
an
this is
idiot.
barely my first one.
You're not an
then-
idiot.
Then pick it up.
Oh, if for the Pacers to win this series, to win these next 2 games and win the championship, what do you guys think they would need to do?
Shut down SGA.
Yeah.
Simple. Like, focus on defense. Because I think we were talking about it earlier. Like the Thunder. The reason I picked them because they've been locked down on defense this whole season. Really, I think they had the #1 defense in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Because that's what I was gonna say. Slow the game down.
Slow the
Because
game down.
OKC's fast.
yeah.
Well,
they
no,
could
well, the
somewhat-
Pacers are faster.
Pacers are the fastest
Fast.
team in the league, bro.
Yeah.
That you can't slow the. That's how you've been playing all year. I don't think you need to switch it up now. I just feel
But
like
it's not working though.
I mean, it's not working. I mean, honestly, I just feel like OKC has the better team, Like I feel like no matter what you do, like OKC
yeah.
They
has.
just don't match up well.
That is on my, yeah, I guess so.
Look, it's because they've been winning games like we just said by. I'm talking about the Pacers. They've been winning this whole season. They've been winning games by doing what? Running, up tempo, and they finally found a team.
They met their match.
Yeah, they met their match. The team that can run just as fast as they do,
They are
keep the
running.
tempo,
Mhm.
you know, and not only that, but OKC's defense is second to none. I feel like,
Yeah, no, they
you know,
they
the
have been,
especially the perimeter defense, you know, especially the perimeter defense. But
Well, let me say this too. Nembhard has been having SJ. I mean, you're not gonna stop him. He's a star, so you're not gonna stop him. He's gonna get his shit. But Nembhard has been guarding them pretty good,
slowing them down.
slowing them down. And even then, see, like was it this game or the game before that? He had like maybe 20 points, and then in that fourth quarter he just went off, took over the game, and they came back and they won that.
that's the game
Like-
I'm talking about. Yeah, when
like-
he went
like-
off in the fourth.
Like you can like, no matter how much you try to stop SGA, he's gonna get his points, and I don't see it. I don't see them winning,
Well,
but they are at home.
let-
They have the home they're gonna be at home.
let
the
me ask you
Pacers.
guys this: what do you guys think about SGA? Everybody calling SGA a free throw merchant. What do you guys feel about? How you guys feel about that?
Well, go ahead.
How do you feel about that?
Like as far as like, is it true or like do I?
Yeah,
No, just
like,
like-
he
like,
does
yeah,
get
like-
a lot of
does
calls.
get a lot of
so,
calls.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, but like, how do like tell me how you feel about it. Like, do you think that's SGA being aggressive, or do you think the refs are just like
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's just him being aggressive and knowing what they're gonna call. If I do this, they're gonna call this. As far as the refs, I mean, so I mean, I respect it. You know, like you're gonna do whatever you can do to give your team the advantage, whether that's getting to the line, whether that's creating for other players.
Oh.
So I mean,
okay?
I'm not mad at it. If
do
that's what you're asking.
Do you think he just goes in there looking to draw
Yeah,
foul?
for sure,
Yeah?
of course.
Or
Of
it
course.
just happens like
No, I think he goes in there being aggressive to try to draw a foul. Maybe not to draw the foul like right away, but I mean, he's going in there being aggressive, knowing he might draw the foul. I guess I can say.
Okay, so isn't that a smart move? Like,
Yeah, of
in
course,
my eyes?
of course. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a smart play, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna give yourself an advantage no matter what. You know. So
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. I feel like that's like the old school game that we used to watch when Kobe Bryant never
You
like
attack
when
the rim.
what the players we grew up watching never settled for 3-pointers like
Right,
they do now.
right.
They always attack Kobe either attacked the rim or always pulled up for mid range.
Exactly,
Which
and
is
that-
what SGA does.
I'm
But-
glad you brought up the mid range because that's what SGA does.
Yeah.
He mid range all day.
Exactly,
And
that-
that's a lost art in today's game.
That's exactly
But
what
did
I'm
they?
saying.
But back then when Kobe was playing, did they used to call fouls like they do now? I don't think so. I don't.
I mean, it was
They
a
might
little
be a
bit
little
more-
softer now.
Yeah,
They are a little
it was,
softer
yeah,
now.
it was a
But-
little bit more physical back in the day, but at the end of the day, like, you still gotta be aggressive to draw a foul. Like all these other players, they just pulling up for three. Like, how you gonna draw a foul? You know?
What I'm gonna say is yes, he does attack the rim. He is aggressive, but to me, I feel like he goes in aggressive, and as soon as he's like under the rim or he feels the player right next to him, he kind of like leans into him a little bit
Talking
just
about
to
like that James
To draw
Harden.
the charge.
yeah,
draw the
like
foul,
to
yeah,
try
James
to draw
Harden.
the contact, you know,
Yeah.
to try to draw the foul, and he like even he pulls up and he taps his shoulder with the other player and he
I
kind of
know
like
what
throws
you're
it up
saying. Yeah.
So you kinda,
to
like,
get the
flops.
foul, yeah. So it kind of
That's-
flop.
That's that
James
good
Harden,
old-
yeah,
good old
yeah,
James Harden move.
yeah, a few years ago.
But-
James Harden doesn't get it anymore though.
Nah,
But
because he don't be getting the calls no more. 'cause
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't get the calls anymore.
They
But-
switched the.
But the refs are the ones that call it, so you can't be mad at SGA. You got to be mad at the refs, not at
That's the
SGA.
call.
if they're gonna call it, obviously SGA
No,
is
I
gonna be
agree.
doing it.
I
But
agree.
I don't like that style of play. I don't like that.
You don't
no,
like that style?
I don't like that he's.
You don't like the last move that he
Yeah,
does.
I don't like
to
that
draw-
last
to
move
try to
that,
draw the
that he
foul.
tries to just.
Oh,
But like
Yeah.
Shadow said, it helps out his team.
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
Like, so why you not gonna do it?
That's what that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
he just don't like it, but
You
yeah.
just you just don't like the refs calling the foul.
Right.
I guess
right.
so. Yeah, I guess
It's like
so.
you said, like the refs. It
Yeah.
should be just the refs because he knows the refs gonna call it.
Yeah.
So why not do it if it's gonna benefit the team?
Yeah, because Jalen Brunson does it. He was doing
Yeah,
it too.
he
Not
does it
not,
too.
not as much as
But he
SGA,
does it
but
too, though.
he does it a lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
the whole league does it.
Yeah,
too.
well,
everybody
now
does it, bro.
the whole league does it now.
There-
Yeah.
There's some players that do it better, but
Exactly, and it comes down to doing it better, bro. And
Yeah.
I feel like that just comes down to watching film and what moves you want to do so they can call it. You know.
yeah, it's kind of like I think Moses said it prior weeks. It's kind of like the tush push in the NFL, but that's another subject, you
Uh-huh.
know. But it's kind of the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you're good at it,
Just stop it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if
stop.
you know, and it falls on the defender too. If you know SGA is gonna try to draw that, maybe watch how you're playing him too. You know, don't
But-
play him so aggressive. Either. Thank
But
you.
if you watch him, if you don't play him so aggressive, then all he's gonna
Yeah,
do
he's
is
gonna
just
blow
pull
by
up.
you. Yeah,
he's
he's
just gonna
by you,
pull
just
up
pull
or
up, yeah.
run
Yeah.
right by you straight to the rim.
Yeah, that's where it does get tough as a defender. You don't know
It's
who's
like
gonna
pick
push
your poison,
in.
pick your poison.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pick your poison.
I mean that's great offensive play though. I mean,
Yeah.
if you ask me, like
I think so too. I like what he does. You
to
know,
me, it sounds like they're trying to like shut down the offensive player. Like no, like let the offensive player be great in my eyes. Like let
That's
him do
good.
his thing.
That's good basketball IQ. Yeah,
exactly.
I do
Good
agree.
basketball
Yeah,
IQ. Like,
yeah. I do agree
I'm
with
not
that.
mad at it, bro. I like that he does it. I mean, take advantage of what they're giving you. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Like you just brought up football, and football, the best thing to do is take what the defense gives you.
Always.
That's what he's doing. That's
All
what
right,
he's doing,
so
bro.
now last question for the NBA. Oh, you want to say something?
No, no.
Okay. For the before we move on to MLB, just so we have it clear, who do you guys have winning the whole thing?
NBA
OKC.
Finals.
OKC?
see.
I have the Thunder.
In six?
Thunder.
OKC in 6.
You have to make a 6.
OKC in six.
Yeah, they close it up.
Close it out tomorrow.
I'm gonna be the dark horse here. I'm gonna have OKC in 7.
And 7.
I think Pacers gonna try to win this one. I think Halliburton gonna pull through that injury and hopefully.
Yeah, he's gonna play for sure.
And you also I think another guy that I think well, he's been getting more playtime now. It's el TJ McConnell, what's his name?
Yeah, McConnell. Yeah,
McConnell?
Yeah, the white boy.
I think like he's been playing pretty decent. If he could have a big game tomorrow, I think Pacers will take that one too. But
I can see that happening. Just one last thing, because it's always the player you least expect, especially
Yeah.
in the finals, right?
Yeah.
The role players got to step up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that happening.
Not here, fellas. It's over.
Before we move on to from NBA, big news today from the Lakers.
oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
Go ahead,
right.
handle it.
No, I don't know. You know better than me. I'm out there.
Well,
Uh,
the Lakers today were sold by Jeannie Buss to Mark Walter, the owner of the Dodgers.
The owner of the Dodgers.
Oh, that's owner. I didn't know who. Oh, I didn't know it was the owner of the
He's the
Dodgers.
owner of the Dodgers, yeah.
He's the owner of the Dodgers. He's like the top dog. Like obviously, there's a lot of owners of the Dodgers, but he's the number one. And he bought the Lakers today for the low price of $10 billion.
Sheesh, bro.
$10 billion,
Damn.
bro. Like, man,
$10 billion. So what do you guys expect
championships,
from
bro.
the Lakers?
Championships, bro. That's it. They're gonna. It's not gonna happen overnight, but he's gonna put the right people in place, just
I
like with the
mean,
Dodgers.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know he was a Dodger owner as
Yeah,
well,
he's
but
a
I
Dodger
mean,
owner.
he's willing to spend.
He's willing to spend, and
He's willing to all that deferred money. So he's willing
We
to.
might have to start
He's
deferring some
gonna sell a
contracts over
team
in the
in
NBA.
10 years and
Well,
not deal with that debt.
That's why. That's why I said he's gonna put the right people in place. Because I don't know if the NBA they can get around it, but he'll figure it out. You know, Apple's got the money. But damn, $10 billion, that's a lot of money, bro.
Well, they already said Jeannie Buss is gonna keep her position though.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that's a good thing or does it matter? Does it not matter?
I don't think it matters.
Honestly,
I think they did that. My bad. I'm gonna cut
No,
you
go
off,
for
but
it.
I just think they did that to not make the Buss family look too bad, you know. Because it's more like just a title. Like she's not gonna call no shots, bro.
Not anymore.
She lost her power. Right?
Well, obviously she sold all the
controlling interest, whatever that means. So I'm not
well,
sure on the
maybe
details.
she don't
but
got control.
Controlling interest is Jamal Walter now.
Well, you think she's trying to get out already? Like,
They just did it. I mean, I feel like, uh, no disrespect to the Buzz family. You know, Jerry Buzz was one of the greatest.
greatest
yeah,
owners in
one of the
NBA.
greatest owners in NBA history. But I feel like they just did it for Jerry Jones's name, like the.
Jerry Buzz.
I mean,
Jerry
I'm
Buzz.
sorry, I mean,
Jerry
I'm
Buzz.
sorry.
Cowboys.
What's his name?
I'm sorry, Jerry Buss's name. Like that way, they don't disrespect them.
Yeah.
They let her keep that title.
Keep the bus
you know?
name in there.
Yeah, the bus name in there, cause I don't think she's gonna be calling any shots. I mean, she just got 10. Well, I don't know if she's gonna get the full 10 billion, but obviously not. But
However it works out,
Yeah.
I think it's 10 billion more than she had. I think they just sold it because they were running out of money, bro.
that's what I was getting to. Yep. Then I think they just needed some money, and then she
And they got ahead of the whole thing before it collapsed, you know. Like they were probably running out of money and figured, let's just sell it now before we really look bad. You know?
and when you turn
And-
10 billion down,
Shit,
she,
bro.
that's the by the way that's the number one highest
That's the number one sports team in America.
yeah
Like,
10
the
billion
price,
yeah 10 billion. Celtics in close
That's
second, 6
crazy
billion.
money, bro.
I had seen a post too about the how much
The Celtics?
how much Jerry Buzz had bought it for,
Oh,
and then
like,
now how much Jeannie Buzz sold it for.
right. I think it
Oh
was-
yeah.
He had bought it for like millions, like 60,
Yeah, like-
70 million or
yeah,
something like that,
like
and now he
78
sold it for
million or
10
something
billion.
like that. Yeah.
10 billion.
damn,
Oh,
bro,
just
like-
imagine that.
Dog, 10 billion.
They said
That's-
for life, generations.
That's just crazy money, bro. Like 10 billion, bro. You know how much a billion buys? Imagine 10.
But to be
That's
honest,
stupid money.
I'm kind of glad that the Buzz family.
Oh, yeah,
they
for
they
sure.
were fucking up the team since
Especially lately.
since
The
since-
Lakers are lucky LeBron came, bro. Otherwise, it's still been another like 8 years, however long he's been here, of just losing.
yeah
losing.
the Buzz family.
Ever since Jerry Buzz died,
That's
since Jerry
exactly-
Buzz
yeah,
passed
exactly.
away.
Since Jerry Buzz, yeah.
Rest in peace. Since he passed away,
Yeah.
the Lakers have been a joke. Like we're really lucky LeBron came, bro. I'm serious. Like you gotta, you gotta look back at how the players that turned us down before LeBron came here. LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul George, twice, I think.
Yeah, Paul George. We're trying to get a few players. I can't remember this other dude's name. James Harden, I think.
Mhm.
James Harden. He ended up going with the rival Clippers,
Yeah.
which is even worse. But yeah, nah, it was a mess. But I mean, we'll see. Hopefully this buyout works out.
Yeah, well, I mean, Magic Johnson spoke about it too. He said he expects nothing but good things
Oh,
coming
yeah,
out
of
of
course.
that he's gonna really
Magic
invest in the
Johnson-
team.
Magic Johnson has part in the Dodgers too,
Mhm.
does he?
Yeah.
So he knows the owner well. So
Yeah, and so he said he's gonna invest in the team, and I mean, as a Laker fan, hopefully, hopefully, it gets us back to winning championships,
that's all we want.
not just being out the first round of the play-in or the playoffs, whatever it was.
It's gonna be interesting summer though, because I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron played his last game already.
I wouldn't mind that. I honestly wouldn't mind that.
Let's see what happens.
We right now that he still has trade value.
Yeah. Well, I just meant like.
No, he's gonna retire.
I just meant like
Oh.
period. Not even for the Lakers. I just meant like last game period.
Well, I saw he said he told Dalton Connect went on a podcast and he said that he spoke to LeBron and then LeBron said he could still play for 5 to 10 years. I mean, obviously it doesn't mean he is
Doesn't
gonna
mean
play.
He will, yeah.
But
and I don't think that's even true. Like LeBron can barely play defense now.
I know, yeah, for real.
LeBron barely
that
can
makes
bring
sense.
up. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not mad at it though. Like, if he's good to retire, so be it, bro. Let's move on and let's get a new legacy or whatever you want to call it. A new
build around
yeah,
Luka.
Luka.
But why not trade him now and get something in
No,
return
but
at
if he
least?
retires, he retires.
Can't
I
man.
know if he retires, we don't get nothing. If we trade him, we at least get something.
No, but
Now-
if he retires, you can't trade him.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Trade him now.
trade
Now,
him
now that
before he
he
retires.
before he
but
retires.
maybe he doesn't want to get traded.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If he doesn't, if
Nobody's gonna trade for him.
With thinking he's gonna retire, yeah.
Nobody's gonna.
But it's all right. They'll trade for Bronny James. Though we get a first rounder.
That's what I was saying. Unless it's a package deal, you get both James.
even trade LeBron and Bronny for Giannis and Thanasis.
The brothers.
The brother.
Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming.
Come on, bro. We're gonna make that trade, bro.
No way,
We're
no,
gonna
no.
make that trade, bro. Come on now. Shit.
Oh man, that's crazy. Now. Let's move on.
Yeah, well, moving on. We'll move on.
Even trade.
He said even trailer. Come on now.
We'll move on to some MLB. We had the Dodgers playing Padres right now. They went in the series 2-0. They beat the Giants before this 2-1, and then we beat the Padres again before that 2-1 the series as well.
Yeah.
They're up 3-1 right now.
They're up 3-1 right now. But Otani pitched yesterday for 1 inning. Well, what you guys think? Whoever wants to comment on it?
I liked what I saw. I liked Otani pitching. I feel like he got some good pitches. You got to remember though, this is Otani doing his rehab against major league hitters. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind. You know, he's not in Oklahoma or Rancho or whatever, pitching against AAA players.
He never did that. Well, I mean, he can't. He's still batting.
Normally they do that, but because he's batting
no,
nice.
I know that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But,
Like,
yeah, and of
yeah.
course he's not gonna do it here because
Yeah.
he's still got a DH.
Yeah.
But I liked what I saw, especially with the Dodger situation right now. They have how many? I don't know how many pitchers on the injured list.
Like
16.
12, 16?
Yeah, it was up.
16.
I thought it was 14, but it's
Because
16.
Sheehan
That's a
just
lot.
came back right now.
Yeah, right,
Sheehan
right.
just came back, but they're still.
I think
Yeah,
like
I
15,
mean, that's
14.
a lot of
somewhere.
pitchers though. So and
Makes-
all the pitching we can get,
Yeah.
I'll take it. You know.
For sure.
Mm.
I'm sure they'll figure out how to manage him as far as innings wise, but I think it's a good move. Would I like to see him stick to one? Always. But if he can do both, fuck it, let's do both. We didn't pay $700 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Not we, but the team.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
paid him to be a two-way player, so he's got to be a two-way player.
He's getting paid. Obviously, he deflected money, but like at the
Yeah.
end of the at the end of the years, he's the highest paid player, and I mean, you paid him to be
Both.
a pitcher and a batter.
I do agree with that, but say he gets hurt again pitching, now you don't have nothing.
That's true.
I hope not. Obviously, I don't hope injury on nobody, but if he does, then you don't have no batting and you have no pitching from him at least.
Well, he did get hurt last season. But he still batted. He still batted. Remember?
Well, last season, yeah, because
Yeah.
he couldn't, he
He
couldn't
got-
throw, obviously. Yeah.
He got hurt, but he was
Yeah.
still batting. You know. Is
But
what I'm saying.
if he does have to get Tommy John surgery again,
He'll miss a few months
Is he-
as a hitter.
Well, I'm not thinking about that. You know.
well, I mean, yeah, obviously, I don't want to wish injury on him. But what you think, Mo?
You saw him more than
Come.
us.
You see how good he did last year as just focus as hitting. I think, and I do think that his good pitching days are over with. Yeah, he did have some nasty stuff. Everybody is all hyped about he threw 100 and all that. But I mean, at the end of the day, he only lasted 1 inning.
Not-
Some bad calls didn't go his way.
Yeah.
But he did throw over 20 pitches, and he gave up a run. His I don't want to say his command. His command wasn't fully there because obviously he wasn't throwing strikes.
Right.
But he had some nasty stuff, like
Yeah.
in a good way though.
Right.
He had some nasty stuff in
Yeah,
a good way.
One of his sliders I saw. Was,
You know, I mean, we'll see in his next start. I was surprised he only went 1 inning. You guys are saying it was his like little rehab start.
Yeah, that was part of the plan.
I think that was all part of the plan.
Right.
He wasn't expected to pitch no more than 2 innings.
I think I don't want to get into it, but I think it was more political reason why he got in, to be honest. But I'm not gonna speak on that on the podcast.
To quiet the noise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak too much on that on the podcast. But I think that's why he joined, and he wasn't fully ready. But that's my opinion. I don't think Otani is gonna be good doing both.
You bring up a good point though when you said like how good he was as a hitter, because I read that Dave Roberts said, and I didn't even notice it till he said it, but he said he hasn't been stealing bases for like the last week and a half because he was getting ready to pitch. They didn't want to risk injury.
Yeah.
So that brings up what you said. If he focuses on one thing, whether it's just strictly offense, running the bases and all that stuff, bro, he can be a great player. He might even be worth all the money just based on what he's doing. Imagine he goes 50-50 for like another 2-3 years.
Yeah, because if
50
based
home
on
runs,
based
50
on what he did
bases.
last year, I mean, you're getting your money's worth.
Exactly.
Yeah, the pitching could be
It's
included,
nice.
but if the pitching is okay, and then you're not getting the stolen bases
Right.
anymore because you don't want to get injured,
Mhm.
then it's not really
It's
worth
not
the
really
money.
worth it. That's what I'm
What
saying.
would you rather see, 10 strikeouts or 10 stolen bases?
I think.
10 stolen bases. 'cause
Yeah, I think
feel
he's a
like-
better hitter.
I feel like the stolen bases can lead to runs, where the strikeouts, like, okay, you're preventing runs maybe, but but already with how good he does as a hitter and
Yeah,
a base runner,
I feel like the Dodgers hitting is there regardless, you know.
But I just don't think I've always felt like Otani has been always been a better hitter than he is a pitcher.
Okay.
And so when he's doing both,
that's cool.
both of them are lowered.
yeah.
So if he could just focus on batting, he'll be one of the
me-
best
let me-
best offensive players
I hear you.
in obviously in the league right now and in probably in the game.
In the game, let
I
me just
hear
piggyback on before you say your piece. I'd rather him be great at one thing
Mhm.
than good at two.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm gonna just ask you most because I really don't remember. Like honestly, like, but did he win MVP with the Angels while he was pitching and batting, or no?
Yeah, I believe so.
He did.
So
yeah,
that means he was
MVP
great.
twice. He won MVP twice.
That means he was.
Because this is starting.
But
that
see, that goes back to what I'm saying, MVP. Like, cause he was. I mean, during that time though, the AL wasn't that great, and he was doing both. It's not like he was great at both though either.
I mean, to be MVP,
Well, look,
You have to be great.
Yeah, that's true.
it's because
but
he was. Yeah, but you got to think he's a two-way player though.
Was he- was
What
he-
what other two-way players is out there?
Was he?
How is he not gonna win MVP?
Was he a Cy Young contender?
Yeah.
Any of those years?
Was
I don't
he?
know.
Was
I don't
he? He wasn't Cy Young contender.
'Cause
He
it-
wasn't what's it? The batting title? I can't think about
Right,
it.
batting champion.
Yeah, yeah. He's good because he's both. He's good at both.
so the MVP awards like
Usually goes
Yeah.
to offense.
Yeah,
offense.
Yeah,
Usually goes to offense.
right.
yeah. No pitcher really wins
No,
MVP.
Richard really wins MVP, bro. Even
That's
Kershaw,
what
I
I'm
think.
saying.
I think Kershaw won it once out of all the
So
great
so
years.
so that means his offense didn't drop even though he was pitching pretty solid. Is what I'm saying because he won MVP. That's my point.
But I feel like they kind of, I don't want to say threw him in there and gave it to him because he was pitching at the time. But
Okay, maybe so.
maybe
you're
that
saying,
helps
so
him win
it's-
it, you
Okay,
know?
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
maybe you feel like the pitching influenced
influenced
him.
MVP
Okay,
votes because
okay,
I mean,
yeah.
because you got
Because honestly, I don't remember if Altani did win the MVP
No,
no, he did. He won it
What?
twice with the Angels.
Yeah.
twice. Okay.
And then runner up probably was always Judge. But how you gonna? Obviously, batting wise, he
Right.
kept up with Judge.
Uh-huh.
But
Plus he was
Judge, you see how
Okay,
he
so-
does
okay, see, that's-
defensively. Defensively, Judge ain't shit.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the Altani's pitching influenced him winning the MVP.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Because
Okay,
if
that
his
was
pitching
my
was
question.
that, yeah, if his pitching was that great, he'd be up for Cy Youngs too.
Yeah, I
But
hear
I
you.
don't think he's
I
ever
hear you.
been. I don't know if he's ever been top three.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I kind of agree with Moses on that. A
He
rare-
could pitch. Like,
Yeah, he
don't
could
get me
pitch.
wrong.
Yeah.
He
No,
deserves.
I agree
He
with-
deserves a spot in the pitching rotation, but he's not your ace. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Okay. All I'm saying is like, let's get the monies that we paid him for. You
Get
know,
his
like,
money's worth.
yeah, because nobody's ever been paid
But,
that much.
but like Moses said, like just with the season he had, if he could continue having seasons like that, you're already getting your money's worth. You know.
Let me just say this too, as far as money's worth, like how you said it. If you have the seasons like that, I think didn't Soto get paid more money than Otani then?
No,
No?
Otani. It's because
I
Otani's
think,
money
I
is
think so.
I think
No,
he did though,
well,
and
not
Soto's
for-
just a hitter.
Yeah.
no, but for
So-
now, but that's because Otani's money is deflected.
No,
No,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
Brand-
But
Brand
just
Soto.
contract
Contract-wise, I
wise.
think
Contract
Soto
wise.
got more money than Otani.
If he
so
didn't, he's like really close.
he's
to
really
him.
close to it, so that doesn't really even justify like letting him
Yeah.
pitch anymore. You know?
Because
Okay.
how much Otani got? Like 650.
No, he got
No more, 700. He's in the 700.
700, and
700.
then Soto got like what
See,
750?
700 as well.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something
Just
like
enough
that.
to get him over.
Yeah.
And he's just a hitter.
And
Granted,
And
was
his
more
defense
years.
ain't that
It's not
great either.
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the defense at least because you always mention Otani's just a DH, but
So
I
his
don't know. You
defense
just said
isn't that
You just said
Soto's not
Soto's
great
defense.
defensively.
Yeah. So I guess it justifies it then.
It's a wash, I guess you could say, but
I mean, the way I see it is just like another pitcher can help the.
Right, of course,
you know,
of course.
That's the way I see it.
but
you know?
also like it doesn't mean it has to be a starting pitcher and go 6 innings every time. Maybe
I'm not- yeah,
maybe
I'm
they
not-
might need him in the bullpen, you know? Or,
yeah, I'm
or,
not. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
like I'm not against him pitching.
Let me ask you this.
I'm against him in starting pitching.
yeah,
Let
I'm
me
not.
ask you this. And I know they're probably injured, but I'm saying healthy. Are you gonna? Who would you rather have on the mound? A healthy Blake Snell, or Otani?
Oh. I'd rather go with a Blake Snell
Blake Snell, right? A healthy
Glasnow.
Glasnow or Otani?
Glass now.
I think he's healthy, but Yamamoto.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Yamamoto.
I'll take
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
I think
Okay.
right now Yamamoto's the ace.
So that's
Yeah.
you got three. So you got three guys. That's all I'm saying. That he's cool. He's good. He deserves
Yeah.
to be in the rotation. He's just not.
Yeah.
He's not top three in you guys' rotation.
Yeah, okay, and I never said he was. I'm just saying, at least have him pitch. Like, you get these other guys a rest. Like you said, our bullpens are watched, because we always every other 3 games we have a bullpen game.
Bullpen game. And I think we had like 2 or 3 back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
Like, dog, we need some arms in there, bro.
Some
That's all I'm
starters,
saying.
need
You
some
know.
starters.
All right,
Yeah.
moving away. I don't have the fucking
Hold on,
stat.
hold on, hold on.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's just, you know what? I don't think Otani should be pitching, because look, right now that he pitched, what has he been doing in these games, hitting wise?
Yeah, he's not really.
He's not hit. You know,
He's not doing much.
like yesterday I think he went like 0 for 4 whatever it was.
Yesterday he did. He was
Yeah,
0 for 4,
yeah.
but
In the day game before that, he didn't, I feel like no, the day before that he had two RBI doubles, or that was yesterday. The day game before that.
No, the game yesterday's game he didn't do shit.
Okay,
He
so
was
the day
0 for 4.
before that he
But
did have the
not,
two
but not only
RBIs.
that, but his numbers are down from last year. His numbers are down from last year for sure.
Because he's been pitching.
Because he's been getting ready to
Getting ready
pitch.
And then you take it with a base running too from
Yeah.
that. So
The
that's
base running been down for sure.
Yeah, because
So-
well, like Dave Roberts said, it's on purpose to
Yeah.
keep him healthy. you
Yeah.
know? So they don't want to risk any kind of injury.
See that's what I say. We don't keep him healthy, and then don't let him pitch and just fucking hit.
Let him hit.
That's it.
Let him hit.
I always,
I
I,
agree,
always,
bro. I
yeah, I
agree.
always said that. Like, we don't need him to. I mean, obviously, at first when we were all healthy, all those pitchers with the pitchers we got,
Yeah.
yes, I would have said no pitching. But right now, I guess we do need him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
But if we could get maybe one more starting pitcher, he doesn't have to be a great ass starting pitcher, but a decent one
another body.
before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
If we can do that, then okay, you can say okay, we'll see how he does, and then we don't need you if he does good, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And then once they start coming back healthy too,
I think just save him for the playoffs, you know. Like
Yeah.
the postseason, like.
when we really need
All
him.
right, look, this is what I want to ask you guys. I don't have the stat in front of me, but I know I think I'll send it to you guys. Yamamoto's on a 6-game
Oh,
rest, his ERA is like 1 point something or 2 point something. On 5-game rest is like at 5 point
it's
something.
way up there, yeah.
So, look, Dodgers, like we said, they stack, but we know the last couple of years, I don't know if it's bad luck or what you want to say, but the pitching has always been hurt. Their bullpen, as we always said, their pitching has been hurt. So come down to playoffs, you know, it's 3-4 games rest and that's it. You think you guys think Yamamoto's gonna be able to come clutch come
Right here,
playoff
look.
time?
ERA 5 days rest 4.46. ERA 6 days rest 0.90.
Yeah, so come playoff time,
Yeah.
you think Yamamoto's
Yeah.
gonna be able to come in clutch?
Hell yeah.
I think so, bro, because they're gonna be able to figure out a way to manage his usage, you know.
Not only that, but we already seen it.
Last year,
This past season, we
I
just saw
mean,
it.
granted though, he did have a couple games where he wasn't great, but
He
then he had a
dominated
couple
the
where he
Yankees.
dominated though.
He dominated the
did.
Yankees both
Right.
games that he pitched in the World Series.
But right
So,
now, well, that's what I'm saying too. Right now, I feel like Yamamoto's been down. Like,
dog,
Yeah,
He's just
well,
not got
about
run
right now.
support.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have run
No,
support.
yeah, that too.
He's got no run support, bro. I think he has the lowest. Well, for
Nah.
sure on
Yeah.
the Dodgers, he has the lowest run support.
I saw was like I saw his run support was like 2 point something.
That's
something
terrible,
like
bro.
that. Yeah, that's terrible.
Because he's been pitching really good. And it's all run support, bro.
I'm not worried about Yamamoto, bro, at all.
I just feel like, well, obviously they're a human, bro. Like, let's say, you got a bomb ass pitcher going up on the mound, bro. You're not gonna, you don't need to put up runs. So I just feel like it was like Kershaw, like in 2015, 16. He had terrible run support, bro. Terrible. They weren't even. Sometimes he exited a game losing 1-0, 7 innings
lot of
in, bro,
times,
with like
actually.
six Ks, dominating the game, bro, and you're losing 1-0 because your team's not giving you runs. I feel like that's what's happening with Yamamoto. So I'm not too worried about him as long as they manage him. Because it is known, especially coming from Japan, they like to rest 6
Yeah.
days, not 5. So they just got to manage that, bro. And they said it last year that they were working with him to figure that out. So we'll see.
and like
see
I
what
said,
happens.
I seen what he did in the
In the
World Series. I seen what he did. He dominated the Yankees of 2 games that he pitched. So honestly, I know he can do it. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. As long as he's
especially
healthy.
when everybody else comes back healthy. Hopefully, if everybody comes back healthy, Like he's gonna be
Well,
only better
also
for him.
Sasaki hasn't really improved either.
He might
Well,
be out for
he's
the
injured,
year.
Yeah.
bro. He might be out for the
Yeah,
year.
He
He's
might be
injured.
out for the year, so
I haven't heard.
I'm
I
not
haven't
even
heard.
counting on him. But
I haven't heard no more about what's the name? I always forget his name. The one with the long hair.
Glass now?
No, yeah, Glass now.
Oh, Glass
I haven't
now,
heard
yeah.
about
Who's
Glass
Curto?
now.
What'd you
No,
That's the main.
Dustin
Oh,
May.
just the May.
Dustin May.
Oh,
yeah.
that's what just pitched, no?
Yeah, I think pitched 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's healthy again?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
he's been healthy.
But
Yeah.
he
But I
hasn't
haven't
been-
heard. Yeah, well, actually, I haven't heard nothing from Glass now. I haven't heard nothing from
Roki.
Blake
I
Snell.
haven't
Oh,
heard
Blake
nothing.
Snell.
Blake
Blake Snell, I think he
Snell-
had a setback.
Oh yeah.
So it might be a little
Yeah, I
wrong
haven't
there.
heard nothing from Glass now either.
No. See, but I mean, those are big names, bro, on the injured
Like,
list.
just
Good
imagine
for
we
him,
had that
too.
whole lineup, bro.
Yeah.
Just think
Uh,
about it, bro.
I mean, that's a deep ass lineup if
mean,
we're
yeah.
healthy. But
Yeah.
I mean, and then also like I feel like Blake Snell. I don't know about Blake Snell. I don't know his age, but I think Glass is already up there in age, right?
And Glass Snell, I think, is like 30. Blake Snell probably like 31. They're all
Oh,
up
see,
there.
so
though.
they're all up there.
past 30 or above.
So eventually we're gonna have to freshen up
Replace
on the
them?
Yeah, replace them, freshen up.
Well, they have young arms. That's the thing. But they don't stay healthy either. That's Emmett Sheehan just came back. Tony Gonsolin, he was gone for like what?
Tony
a year and a
Gonsolin,
half.
he came back and then now he's gone again.
I know.
Dog,
Tony,
man.
and then
It's-
you still got a freaking Bobby Miller. Sorry, yes, I don't think he's
Oh
coming
yeah,
Nah,
no,
back.
he,
nah,
bro,
yeah,
Bobby
I know.
Miller.
Yeah, I don't
he had a
think-
nice 2-3 starts when he first came up, but I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing
I don't think he's
anything.
gonna bounce back ever
Yeah.
again.
Then you still got what's that dude that's out for the whole year? Too, he's out for the year.
He's a youngster too.
Yeah, he's a youngster.
That one I don't know.
It wasn't Sheehan.
Here, I'll see right here. I got you.
But let me say this: fucking Pajes, bro.
Oh, dog. Oh, I've been a
Fuck.
Pajes believer since last year, bro.
Shit, dog,
good thing you
that's
brought him up while we're playing the Padres, because if you look up the numbers right now, he's doing better than Jackson Merrill.
Oh, yeah?
The fool that was hyped up
Yeah.
all of last year as rookie of the year.
I'm talking my bad. Sorry, Gavin Stone.
Oh, Gavin
Oh,
Stone,
Gavin,
Gavin
yeah,
Stone, yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
nice too.
He's out
very
for the
nice.
year.
He's out for
He's
the
out
year,
for the
yeah,
year,
but he's
yeah.
a very nice pitcher
Yeah.
too. But Andy Pajes, bro, he's been killing it, man.
Yes, sir.
I've liked him since last year, man. I know he had a down year after his initial month and a half.
I know a lot of fans were calling for
No.
the Dodgers to put, bring him back down to the
No.
Triple A or whatever
No,
it is.
fuck that. No,
Double
he's
A,
a
whatever.
good player. I like Andy Pajes.
Man, he's been raking though.
He has. I'm telling you, this year, if you look up the numbers, he's doing better than Jackson Merrill. What was he gonna be like? Rookie of the year, supposedly? I don't know if he was or not, but for the Padres.
Yeah, the dude that balled out last year.
Yeah, he bought out last year. I'll give him that. But this year, Pajes is doing better, bro. Look, now he's up. 295 average, 15 bombs.
Yesterday he was 4 for
50
4.
RBI.
Today he's 1 for 1. 295. Look.
Ooh,
Oh, and they hit him.
And he got
Oh,
hit again,
hell
bro.
no.
Headhunting.
Oh
Right away.
no, hey, that's the benches are about to clear tonight, bro. Because this has been going
Again,
on since
this is going
yesterday.
since yesterday. Like, and he just hit him first
I-
pitch, bro.
I don't think the bench is clear yesterday, but
First
but-
pitch, bro.
Yeah.
Well, check this one out.
Oh, nice. Man, that's just clean, bro.
Hey, but
They just hit a
They just hit him
Again?
in the eyes.
Oh, that shit almost hit him in the head too.
Did it hit him or no?
It hit him in the
Yeah, in the
back.
back.
It almost hit him in the head.
First pitch, though, bro. Damn. They got sign warnings, too.
But yeah,
Was it for the pitch yesterday?
yeah. No,
2 days
Cease,
ago?
2 days ago I think.
Cease. They let that fool up, too, on Cease. That's just nice.
But that fool Manny Machado's a fucking crybaby, bro. He cries over everything. If he don't like a pitch, he cries over it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he's always been that way.
god damn, I hate that shit.
He's always been that way, man. But Andy Pajes is very nice. I like him, bro. Dodgers, too many injuries, though, bro. The good thing is they have the money to buy all these pitchers, but I mean, imagine they didn't sign all these dudes, bro, or draft well. Terrible.
All right, well, moving on to your Angels playing the Yankees right now.
Dominating the Yankees.
Dominating the Yankees so far. I think how many?
They beat them.
They didn't.
4-game series. They already won 3 of them.
But they didn't score no runs in the first two games of the series. I
Yeah.
believe it was, or yeah, the first 2 games
Yeah, today I think they only scored 2. Both solo home runs.
today.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
What happened?
Someone
Did
sent
they
me
give
a
warnings or
message
what?
that
No,
said
they did give warnings.
Angels
For
went
sure.
on their typical roller coaster ride of the season, 4 games under 500 after being 1 game under. I mean, well, what you got to say about that?
I've been saying it is a roller coaster ride. Enjoy the ride. Ooh, I mean, because right before winning these first three games against Yankees, we got swept by the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles are one of the, not the sorriest team in the league, but
down
they
there.
they
You
they,
could say
they
one of
in
the
the-
worst.
at least in their division.
Yeah.
So it's been a roller coaster ride for sure. But it's like I say all the time, like I mean, nobody really expects much from the Angels. So just enjoy the ride. That shit's been cool. It's cool to beat the Yankees these three games on the road, but like don't forget we got swept three games at home. That's just the way I see it.
But I mean, I don't know what it is, but if you guys could beat the Yankees, which is the top team in the East,
On the road.
on the road, you guys swept the Dodgers, the one of the, if not the best, the top team in the West. Like, how can you guys compete against those?
It's
the,
like I
the,
said,
the, big,
it's
the
just
big teams, and not
also
the,
like
not the
I've been
little
saying,
teams.
No,
like
this
I've
is
been saying,
baseball, bro.
'cause
I know,
it's just
I
not
know,
they're
I
not
know.
consistent. The consistency ain't there. Right now it's been all right because the pitching and the batting's been there, and not really because actually, if you think about it, the first game it went to 11 innings. The pitching put up a zero, and we didn't get a score. We didn't score a run to the 11th inning, and that was I mean because we already know the extra inning rules where somebody starts on second. That was the main reason we scored a run, to be honest. But it's just we're not consistent. We're not a consistent team because the offense and defense can never click at the same time. We either got hitting and no pitching, or we got pitching and no hitting.
And that's what we talked about that last time. Remember?
I just
Yeah.
saw I just saw a comment from Timoteo. He said, "Hey, the Fantastic Four back together. Mr. Shadow is back." Timoteo,
today.
He loving it.
he loving it. We had a JD the Collector, cool face with eyes, I guess, for Shadow, and then I don't know who that is. Evil Jupiter said hi.
I'm not sure who that is, bro.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well, for JD the
But-
Collector,
Hold up.
fuck the Yankees.
Ah.
Damn, for real?
Woo!
That's,
Shout out to him.
yeah.
Though. Hey, is Thunder gonna take it, bro?
His Thunder's gonna take it. I don't know if he's a Thunder fan. I know he's
No?
for sure SGA,
No.
but
Yeah, it's
he loves Kyrie. He's just a player fan. But yeah, that's what I got. The Angels.
even
It's
see
just
he
the
a
problem
Raven
is
fan,
the problem is the
fan.
consistency. They have no consistency whatsoever,
Well, let
and
me
that's
ask-
not a good recipe for success.
Right. Well, I've been telling you this for years. Though the Angels need pitching. So what's the most consistent thing this year? Is it the hitting still consistent at least, or has the pitching been a little better?
Mm.
If you had to pinpoint one thing on the Angels that you just
Well, let me say this because Moses have told me this before. He told me this before about the Angels that it's always either the offense is doing good and the pitching is bad, or the pitching is good and the offense is bad. So it's like they're not clicking together.
right.
What does that tell you?
Besides all that,
Not consistent. I
I mean,
mean,
that's a bad team. I'll be honest.
No, but the Angels have, in my opinion, they've always had hitting, bro.
I think they got they got good young
They
talent.
just pitching hasn't been there.
yeah,
They have good hitters.
They're
Good
not
hitters.
Hey, I think it goes to going like I've said it before. I don't have the stat in front of me right now, but it goes. I said it in another episode where I think it goes to our headquarters, whoever's drafting, whoever's scouting, because there was they tried to attack the pitching before, where we drafted I think 14, 16, nothing but pitching, and that shouldn't work out. I think out of the 16, I think only 2 made it to the big leagues, and they're not even well known.
I think
So
it's
so
probably-
I mean yes, they tried to fix the situation,
Right.
but it didn't work out. It didn't work out. It just I think goes to that to the scouting because offensively, the scouting wise,
Right. It's always been.
it's been
pretty
good
good.
because we got a lot of rookies.
Yep.
Zach Neto, we got Nolan Sano hit a home run today. Who was Joe Dell?
Joe Adele, that's
Joe
a good
Dell
one,
has been
Joe
it's
Adele.
been pretty hot.
Kyron Paris.
Paris, Paris is in the minor leagues right now, but that's another one.
And you guys
a
just
good
brought up that
prospect.
other guy.
Simo.
See,
Christian Moore is another one that we just drafted last year. So lots of these play, and that's what I say. Like I've been saying, offensively, all these bats, and that's the sad part. Just the hitting wise, offensively, these guys have just been drafted, and they get promoted within a year or two, and so offensively, yeah, we've been there, but just pitching wise, it's like we don't know how to draft a good pitcher
Or sign one.
or sign one. I mean,
Does it have to do with the owner? Like does he not want to buy? He doesn't want to spend the money, or
I think it's a little bit.
I
of that
think
too.
yeah. Well, like he's had some bad buys. Like I mean, he's willing to spend money, but I think he's scared now. Like he spent money on Albert Pujols, and that shouldn't
Right.
work out because we didn't win nothing there. We spent money on Josh Hamilton,
Hamilton.
and you see the how big of a bust Josh Hamilton was.
Right.
C.J. Wilson, you spent money, and that was a pitcher. You spent a lot of money on C.J. Wilson, and that was a bust. You know, so I mean, Artie Moreno is willing to
What's
spend.
you forgot
but-
one. What's his name?
Mike Trout?
No.
I mean, Mike Trout is good when he's healthy though.
What's the dude from the Nationals?
Anthony Rendon. Rendon, you know, and that was
That's terrible.
huge bust.
I feel like he's down to spend money, but he's got to listen to his scouts, like how to spend the money. Because obviously, if you're gonna spend money, you want to buy what you want to buy, right?
Either that or his
I
scouts
feel like
aren't
he gets,
good.
he gets too. No, I just think with the Angels, he gets too involved. Like who's gonna drop the money on? You know?
Sounds
like-
familiar
What do you mean?
that he gets too involved.
Oh yeah. Of course. But I mean, if you're dropping that kind of money, of course you want to have a say in it. But you gotta listen to your scouts too. Like
Yeah.
they should have told him, like, hey, Josh Hamilton has this problem. You know, you guys know what the problem was. You know, like, don't spend the money on him.
Yeah.
Pujols, I wouldn't have spent that money on him. He's old already.
Older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna ask. Like when they got him, he was already
Yeah.
old, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I know I said Mike Trout. Mike Trout is a great player, and don't get me wrong, fool. But the only shit is he's always injured, bro. That's the only thing I say. But look, like right now that he's healthy, he hit a home run. What, like, I think it was like 3 days ago.
That's been every year though. Every year he's healthy, he looks like MVP. Mike
Yeah,
Trout, you know.
and then he
but
gets hurt right
injured.
away.
He
That's
gets
the only
injured.
bad shit about Mike Trout. I think if Mike Trout could stay healthy, he'll be a fucking.
Yeah.
He'd be a beast, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause
he-
I think that
yeah.
speaks to his greatness. Like whenever he's in there, bro, like he just bombs away.
Yeah.
He just handles shit, bro.
Well, to me, if Mike Trout never got injured, he would have been #1 dog in the MLB. To me,
Still, to this day, still,
To
he
me.
would have been.
no, I'm
No.
talking about like he.
Oh, like in all of history?
Yeah, I'm
Shit,
talking about like
maybe,
Mike
maybe.
Trout's the greatest.
I could see that he was on pace for that
I'm
before
talking
he got
about like
hurt.
Mike Trout's the
Yeah.
greatest. If he
was-
never
was-
got hurt,
Yeah, he
That's
was
what
on
I'm
pace
talking
for
about.
that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was there defensively
He was-
and offensively.
He was
That's what
putting
I'm-
up
that's
big
what I'm
rookie
talking
numbers.
about.
No, yeah, you're right about that. But then he got hurt, and we know what happened. You know, he was getting hurt every year. But you're right, because he was putting up numbers like that. They were going to find him for
Like-
greats, you know,
yeah.
from the way back then.
yeah, you're talking about one of the greatest of all time. You're talking
Yeah.
about like breaking Barry Bonds,
Barry Bonds,
whatever.
Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, all
Babe
those
Ruth,
dudes, bro.
yeah,
Lou Gehrig.
I'm talking about like if Mike Trout would have been healthy as fuck every single year, if he never got injured,
Yeah,
you talking about the greatest baseball player that ever lived. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
because I think we talked about it on a few of the podcasts way long ago when I was still out here about his numbers. How many MVPs or titles did he win before he got injured? He's already been an All-Star how many times, bro? And he's
Yeah.
been injured this whole time. So
Yeah, but ever since then, ever since we like, I feel like I haven't heard of Mike Trout no more.
Damn, they just always struck him out.
I saw
He hit him, huh?
He hit him,
Yeah.
bases
Oh,
loaded.
he hit him.
He hit him.
Oh.
My
Another
Otani coming
one.
up with the bases loaded.
Is it?
I think
No,
so.
because I think
Oh,
the last
so,
batter. the
no,
last-
that's
no,
Dalton Rushing,
Edmund.
number 9.
Edmund is the
Yeah,
last
Edmund.
batter.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, see,
That is Ohtani,
Oh,
bro.
Otani. Yeah, it's Otani.
No, that is no. It's the rookie, Dalton Rushing, the catcher.
Yeah.
What you think about him? I mean,
Ah,
they,
like-
they expected big things from him, but I mean, I honestly, well, obviously he doesn't play. He plays,
Yeah, it's
I
'cause
think,
they're
like
not
2 or
playing
3,
him. They're not playing
3
him
times
too
out of
much.
the week, so
Yeah.
he don't really
I
got a
mean,
chance to do much. But
yeah, I mean, like, why would you play him when you got Will Smith in there?
That's
you
true,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, Will Smith
But
been raking.
when he gets his chances, though, he'll be all right, bro.
Yeah.
But they're not playing him too much. Will Smith, bro. You're not
Come
gonna
on, he's
play
batting
Will
like
Smith.
350.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
yeah. But moving on to another sport, we want to talk a little bit of soccer. I mean, we have the Gold Cup, we have the Club World Cup here at the Rose Bowl, and in LA, and then we got Mexico playing tomorrow, I believe.
No, they're playing today, no?
No, Mexico.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
Oh, they're playing right now.
They're
Oh,
probably,
I
it's
thought-
probably over.
I don't know.
Check
I
the
Probably
score
over
actually.
now.
Yeah, please.
don't know why I thought it was tomorrow.
It's probably over already. I
Uh,
think.
But Mexico barely beat Dominican Republic
Dominican
3-2.
Yeah, 3-2.
And
Like,
me and my brother were talking about this on Sunday after the game.
we had different thoughts.
We had different thoughts.
Okay.
To me, I feel like Mexico, as far as the playing, the you know, touching the ball, getting forward, I feel like it's there. To me, their weakest part is the defense,
Okay.
because both of those goals they got scored on were breakaways, were
So they can
counterattacks,
recover- they can recover
counterattacks.
time. Okay.
counterattacks. But to me, like the offense, I like the two Jimenez up top. I like what the fool from Chivas, el Piojo
Alvarado.
El Piojo Alvarado. I like the midfield. The defense, the right fool that used to play for America, I forgot his name, but that's the only fool I don't like.
Sorry.
That's the only fool I don't like there. But the defense this week, well, Gallardo too, cause like both of them go up, they both go up, and they lose the ball and they don't get back, and that's how they get the counterattacks. But my brother had other thoughts about it.
Let's hear him.
My thoughts were. My brother said Mexico's good.
Oh, Mexico won 2-0 against
They won
Suriname.
They won 2-0. Okay. My brother said, "Look, I got a Mexico jersey.
Camera.
I got a Mexico jersey. So, I want Mexico to win, obviously, all day, every day. But you can't say Mexico's solid when they're barely beating these sorry ass CONCACAF teams, bro. 3-2 to Dominican Republic, dog. When have you ever heard
Well-
Dominican Republic have a squad? No disrespect to no Dominicans out there, bro.
Not just that, but when they're up, what were they up 3-0?
I said their offense, their defense is weak.
Yeah.
Their offense, but if
See,
you don't
that's-
have defense, obviously, because you got nobody to stop the counterattack,
But
and that's
you-
all. That's all they
but,
did.
But you said Mexico was dominating 3/4 of the game,
yeah,
right?
they were.
So why couldn't you score 7 goals on this team? On this sorry ass team, if you were dominating 3/4 of the game.
Because that keeper,
All I'm saying-
that keeper was balling.
Look, all I'm saying is like these teams, these weaker teams that you're not expecting much, at least from soccer standpoint. You know, like Dominican Republic today, for example,
Suriname.
Suriname. These teams, we gotta be scoring at least 5 goals
So
minimum.
you're saying these teams shouldn't be hanging with Mexico? They
No,
should be
at all.
dominating.
At all. That's
So
my-
they should be all shutouts.
That's my opinion. Not necessarily shutouts, but at least get our offense. Because my brother said it himself.
Right.
Mexico was dominating 3/4 of the game, except to the last part of the second
The-
quarter, right?
like the last 15, 20
the last
minutes.
15, 20 minutes, right? So we were dominating the whole this whole fucking 3/4 of the game. How come you can't give me 5 goals at least? You know what I'm saying? So that tells me that the forwards are not doing what the forward's supposed to do. You know, you got to get the ball in the net. At the end
So
of
you
the
think
day,
they need a better striker?
it's always been like that for Mexico, though. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
it's always been the strikers. I mean, at least as of late.
Yeah.
As of late, I know we had some good strikers back in the day. You could go back to Hugo Sanchez. You go back to Borghetti. You can't even go back to Chicharito, bro. He was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
look,
he was good, bro.
look. Chicharito. A lot of people say he didn't do much.
No, but he scored goals, though.
But he got the
You
ball,
got the ball in the net,
behind the
which is
net,
what you got to do.
which is what you gotta do.
I agree with you though. Like if
That's
if,
what I'm
okay,
saying.
if you're up 3-0 and you let them score 2 goals, you gotta match those 2, bro. You gotta win 5-2.
Thank you. That's all I'm
See,
saying.
but then again, that's why they got scored 2 goals, because their defense is weak. Their defense is weak. They're
But
slow.
I mean, yeah, but I mean it's not that weak if you're up 3-0.
Well,
You know, like I don't know. I just maybe you're right, but I just feel like if you're gonna give up those 2 goals, then go on the offensive too after that. Like, get those 2 back.
I just
if
feel like-
if your offense is that good,
Yeah, I just feel like they should, like, for example, USA won, what was it, 5-0? Mexico, I feel like Mexico should have had that, at
yeah,
least.
But who did the US play that game?
Who did Mexico play?
Dominican Republic. But
they-
no.
Dominican Republic's known for baseball, I think. No,
Yeah.
Hey, but if you saw the game good, the Dominican
I'm not
Republic
mad
has some
though.
good players, some fast players.
I kind of agree
Dog.
with Toño. Like you're up 3-0, maybe the defense was just slacking. Like you don't think you gotta play defense no more because you're up 3-0.
Maybe that too. Or the game plan, the game plan could have changed. Like, all right, let's. Even though the defense is weak, like Tonyo's saying, let's go on the defensive now. Don't worry about scoring goals, just defend. But if they don't got what's the word I'm looking for?
see,
The players to defend, I guess, or the system to defend, then it doesn't matter. But
Well,
See, but that's-
watching the game, I'm not saying Dominican Republic is a great ass team, but they have individual
Not
players
even a
that,
good team.
that they have individual players that are good. You know, the goalkeeper saved at least like 7 shots, bro. That should have
Okay,
been goals.
okay, I'll give you that,
He saved
yeah.
like 7
I'll
of
give you
them that should have been
the
goals.
goalkeeper, but I mean, like, at the end of the day, bro, you said it yourself. Mexico dominated
They did.
3/4 of the game. How could you not score 5 goals in that time? That's all I'm saying. Is why? Because the strikers.
so you're saying it should have been 5-0 before they even scored the.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes, I'm saying that. At least.
Okay.
At
Right,
least 5-0.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. At least it should have been at least 5-0 before.
Before they even scored the first goal.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's what
okay.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I could be wrong, but
No, well, I mean that's where you guys disagree on it. Nobody's wrong or right, you know. I didn't watch the full game on that day. What was that? Was Sunday's game, no?
yeah.
Or Saturdays? Saturdays. right?
And
Yeah.
I mean, man, maybe I might be sleeping on Dominican Republic in soccer. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe all these other teams are catching up to the CONCACAF teams with at least USA, Canada, and Mexico are the top three
Top
dogs.
three, yeah. Top three, yeah.
So maybe these other teams are catching up. I don't know.
I think they are.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they are, bro.
Okay, then. Well,
I mean, I feel like Mexico's been declining for years already.
No, yeah, I mean,
You know?
I mean, they have.
yeah.
So I think
I
all these
do
teams
agree
are-
with that,
that's
too.
that's the time to catch up. You know, whether it's even if maybe they're not catching up, maybe Mexico's just dropping down to their level. You know,
That too.
so
That
I don't
too.
even
Well,
want
like-
to say they're catching up.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, like we've always said about Mexico, it's because Mexico doesn't really have players no more. Like they don't have no young players that come up. You know,
It's
Especially right now.
It is different in Mexico right
in
now.
the Mexican league is you see a lot of extranjeros like people that aren't Mexican. You know, and they give them the chance because they pay them cheaper than the actual Mexican. You know, so. They give them the chance, and that's why they don't have players. They don't develop them as
Right.
good no more.
It's quite sad, actually.
Yeah, it is
No,
sad.
but I mean
Yes.
that's why that saying exists, right? What's the saying? Mexico jugaron como nunca, pero perdieron como siempre.
Así es siempre.
So-
Or like this,
Even though they're winning right now, I know that doesn't apply, but I mean that's just overall the Mexican state of football always.
Or like they say, I mean, it's sad to say, but
Pay to play.
yeah, you pay to play, but el peor enemigo del mexicano
Es
es
otro
el propio,
mexicano.
ese es el propio mexicano,
Otro mexicano.
and that's sad to say, bro. Like, you gotta give your youngsters a chance, man. Like, that's what I think in the Mexican league, but
Yeah, I mean,
Politics.
because they honestly all they care about is money. No,
Yeah.
look, it's kind of like if you got the money to, you got like if you want to make it, you gotta have money. You're gonna have to pay the club
Right.
to try out at least. So that's why it's tough out there. Look, you see a lot of these young little kids, bro, can't even make it because their families
They
don't
got
got
the
money.
Right.
yeah.
That's how it is, bro. Honestly, that's the sad truth. But it is what it is, man. I mean, Mexico. I hope they win. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are. They just won 2-0 today. They won last game. And then now we gotta play Costa Rica, which is supposed to be
One of the top teams. Huh?
one of the top teams in the CONCACAF. But they lost to Suriname the other
No,
day.
they won. They beat them 4-3. They beat Suriname 4-3.
Nah, they
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah, they beat Suriname 4-3.
Wasn't Suriname up for 3-2?
I don't remember, but I had just checked.
That's crazy.
Don't worry, bro. Mexico's gonna beat them.
Nah, I know they.
Pura vida.
Pura vida, huh?
I had just checked. Let me double check. But I had just seen.
Hey,
Yeah, Costa
nice
Rica
out there,
4-3.
I
No, they're
know.
nice, bro.
I
They're
know.
nice. They're a good team. Costa Rica's a good team.
But moving on, you got the LAFC played today against Chelsea. They lost 2-0. I didn't watch the game,
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
but
But I mean, that's a European club, bro. Like these European clubs are
They way
way
Above
better
and
than,
beyond.
than anything on this side of the ocean. You know, like whether it's the Mexican league or the MLS league, European clubs. That's whatever country it is. Whether it's English Premier League, whether it's the Italian league or the Spanish league, European clubs are up there, bro. Like,
even
it's
Germany, even Germany,
Even Germany, the Bundesliga, exactly. Even
Bundesliga.
Germany, like it's gonna take a lot for the MLS to get up there. They're getting there, but
Yeah, I do feel like MLS is already. I mean, if not above, close to Mexico already. Like,
I think it's pretty even now. I think
yeah,
it's pretty even now.
it's even. Yeah, I'd say it's even right about there.
Because you got teams like the Sounders hanging with teams from Mexico, you know? That's the MLS is up there now, bro. As long as on this side at least. I don't know if they're up there with the European clubs yet,
Yeah.
but they're gonna get there.
No, I mean if you keep on,
Keep on building.
yeah, building and fucking getting the best talent possible from below, the youngsters and all that.
I think that's what's killing what's killing Mexican soccer now.
Yeah, no,
that
that-
MLS is pulling all that talent now. You know, they're not wasting time for them to. What's the word? They're not letting them hit their peak before they pull them. They're just getting them early, as soon as they
Early,
can.
yeah.
My bad. As soon as they can get them, they're gonna
Yeah.
get them, bro. And I feel like that's what's killing Mexican soccer. That the Americans are just pulling everybody.
Yeah.
It's good for the sport worldwide because it grows leagues, but you're not keeping the talent down there. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, look, you got a 17-year-old dominating Spain over there, So you tell me what the difference is between over there and over here. You know what I'm saying?
Opportunity.
Opportunity without pain.
Exactly. Opportunity, bro. Over there, these fools are paying to bring them in instead of getting paid to bring them in.
These fools say, "I'll pay everything for you.
Because you're
Just-
that good. Just come
Just
be on this side.
come get us this win."
Exactly.
And these fools, they care about winning. These fools over here, they care about money. I mean, that's honestly that's what it is. And at the end of the day, you know what's going to bring you the money?
Winning brings
Winning.
you the money. But they don't see it that way. They want the money now.
That's what I'm telling you.
They want the money now,
that's-
bro. They're not worried about later on.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between over here on the west,
On this side of the ocean.
yeah,
as
this
opposed
side
to
of the
Europe.
ocean, yep.
Yeah.
Over there, fool, they develop their players from young age.
Well, that's because they signed him young, too.
Yeah,
Well, they signed him young, and okay, you're gonna. What do they have over there? Fucking.
they sign them young.
The
though.
European clubs have like what, under 14, under 16, under 18 clubs.
You said it yourself, though. They sign.
They sign them.
They
sign
sign
them. Yeah, they sign them.
You don't have to pay me
No,
to
yeah,
play.
they sign them.
well, it's because in Europe the soccer culture is way different. Like look, yeah, Lamine Yamal, a 17-year-old,
That's what I'm
17
talking
years
about.
old,
That's what he just said.
all that he's
Yeah.
won, like god damn,
17 years old, bro.
sheesh.
17. And look at him, bro. I'm sure there's a lot of talent like that too down here.
Yeah, of course.
There is, but
All over. There's got to be all over. But like
Yeah.
you said, they don't get the opportunity.
that's it.
People don't have that money, bro.
Nope. Ain't nobody got money to. Man, I'll tell you, man. I ain't even gonna speak on it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, though.
Nah, I feel you, man.
No.
Because I'm the same way, man. Shit. I wish I had $10 billion.
Shit.
By the fucking Lakers.
Well, before we end this, I do want to get into just a little NFL talk. I mean, not a lot, like
Hell yeah.
obviously NFL is a big topic here in the
In the States.
U.S. in the States, and that's a main sport. That's the most exciting sport.
That's what we're waiting for, Toño.
That's
That's what
one
we're
of the
waiting
main
for.
topics on the podcast.
I know.
NFL.
But I mean, you as a Raider fan, I want to ask you,
Oh,
like,
here
no,
We started
I
with
know.
the Raiders.
Yeah,
Ah,
well,
damn.
no, but
Hey, bro.
Hey, you gotta start with the top dog, bro.
Damn. Oh, that's how Shadow feel.
Shout out to Jordan. Hey, Jordan, I ain't forgot, bro. Raiders.
no, I want to ask you about your draft.
Mm.
You guys just re-signed Max Crosby as well. Well, what are your expectations?
And they got Geno.
Yeah,
Smith,
and
too.
Geno Smith.
Geno
Like,
Smith, Pete
what?
Carroll.
What are your? I'm hearing nothing but good things in the Raiders locker room, in the practices. Obviously, they're over there playing around with that. They got that big,
The big ass ball,
the
huh?
big ass ball,
Yeah.
whatever bubble, whatever it is.
Is that a good thing?
Bubble ball.
I know, I don't know.
It was cute.
That was cute. But what are your expectations for the Raiders? What do you expect them to do with Geno Smith and Ashton Genty, the big name on the draft?
You see my smile, bro. Ashton Genty. See me say Ashton Genty. Let me just start with this. Okay, let's go backwards, right? Ashton Genty. Who wouldn't want him on their team, bro? Would you?
Hell yeah, I want
you?
to.
I wanted him.
He wanted him. Moses told me months back, I hope he falls to us. I hope he falls to us. I told him, he's not getting past us. So I'll just go with that. Like, I'm happy with the Ashton Genty signing or draft. But honestly, bro, as a Raider fan, I've been here before, bro. I'm not going to buy into none of the offseason hype. I've been here before every fucking year where I'm like, sorry for cursing. I know we're live, but every year I've been here before. So I'm going to just wait till they get on the field and win some games. But I'm happy with everything so far. I'm happy with Pete Carroll. Everywhere he's gone, he's won. Ashton Genty, like I said, any team would be happy to have him.
Hell yeah.
Geno Smith, I like him as a quarterback. I feel he's underrated.
But
But that's Geno Smith, though. You know, he's 35, 36 years old, bro.
man, Geno had like one good season.
No,
bro.
I'm not gonna be right. I'm not gonna cap though. Like when Geno Smith was in college, coming out of West Virginia, I was hoping the Raiders would draft him, especially when he dropped to the second round. So I wanted him for a long time, but at the same time, his body work in the NFL is not that great.
Mhm.
He's had a few good seasons here and there, but. So back to your original question, what am I expecting? If we get 8 to 9 wins, I guess that's an improvement from last year, but that's still not good enough in my opinion.
Well, not in that division, though.
Not in that division. Like, yeah, it's an improvement. Like, yeah, we're gonna improve, but is it enough to do anything?
I mean,
Maybe
that's a
not.
tough ass division.
That's
though.
a
Damn.
horrible division to be in, bro. Like,
Yeah,
come on, you gotta win 9 to 10 games to even think about getting in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's you
So,
got the Chiefs, the
Chiefs,
Chargers.
the Chargers, the Broncos now with fucking blow dicks. You know, so it's like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it's a tough division, man. It's a very, very tough division. So yeah, are we gonna improve? Of course, you might get to 8, 9 wins. That's what I'm expecting.
yeah.
Not enough.
But
feel-
that's not gonna be enough to get to the playoffs.
I feel like
bro.
the Raiders did improve, bro. Honestly, I feel
Yeah.
like the Raiders improved drastically, but I feel like these other teams improved as well. I feel like the Broncos already had a, what's his name from last year, the quarterback,
Well, Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. Bo Nix had a hell of
Bonus
a
or blow dicks?
Blow dicks. Blow dicks. The thing I'm banking on with him, with the Broncos, is for him to have his sophomore slump.
sophomore slump. Okay,
That's what I'm banking on with him, and then maybe we'll sneak in. But honestly, I don't know.
But
bro.
the way I see it, yeah, I said I wanted Genty,
Mhm.
but you already had a good running back with
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs
We just didn't have him
and,
last year.
and didn't do much with him.
Right, we just didn't have him last year, and
Well, that was
no,
not-
we didn't do much with him. But we didn't have Pete Carroll at a
No,
coach, and
O-line?
we didn't have. Well, we had a nice O line, but I like. The main thing for me this year going in, I just hope that Pete Carroll and Geno Smith get that synergy or chemistry or whatever you want to call it between
Uh-huh.
quarterback and coach.
Well, they
to-
should
to-
since
to-
they were together.
Right, that's what I'm
originally.
saying. So, but you can't bank on that. You can't bank on
Yeah.
potential because I've been banking on potential with the Raiders for the last 20 years.
But not only that, like I mean, I'm gonna cut him some slack this first season. But do you got Geno Smith, like couple improving in the next couple years? Because I think he's only gonna slow down.
Maybe not improving. Maybe the team around him improving because he didn't have
Okay.
shit in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Seattle didn't have an offensive line, bro. And running back, did they really have a running back?
They had Walker.
he was hurt half of the year. I know. 'cause
And
I
their
know.
line was terrible. And you had them, right? And their line was terrible. Like, we have a better offensive line than Seattle does. So I'm hoping that helps them in a stronger running game. With if Genty lives up to the hype,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is if everybody overperforms, okay, we might win 10 games and get into the playoffs.
Damn.
But everything has to go right, though.
You
This
see
year.
the thing with Genty, like I get it, he's a great talent, bro.
Right. But he's a
But, like,
rookie.
he's a rookie. Like we don't know.
You
what
don't
to-
know until you know.
we don't know what to expect.
Right.
Like college is different. You get me? Way different, bro.
Especially that conference he was playing in, bro. The Mountain West or whatever conference.
Yeah.
Boise State, bro.
Boise
Come
State,
on.
Boise
Yeah,
State. Yeah,
you're not-
come on,
you're
that
not-
was
you're
easy,
not-
bro. I mean, he did dominate though in the
Right.
when he played in the because they made it to the CFP.
Yeah.
But but I was gonna say, but how's your offensive line though?
Better than Seattle's. I like our offensive
Yeah.
line.
Well, look,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna bring
Okay, that
up.
was my
Like,
question. He
yeah,
Better
likes
than
it.
Seattle's. I like it. I
Yeah,
like
he
it.
likes it.
well, look, last year, he said, or you said, you guys had a good O line.
Well, I'll let you finish.
You say you guys had a good O line,
Mhm.
and I feel like you guys still weren't
Good enough.
good enough,
And
you
I'll
know.
get to that, yeah.
But
We weren't.
that's why I asked you about the O line.
Right. And last year I said we had a good O-line based off, where were you last year? 2024. 2023's O-line. Going into the season, we had a good O-line. But then we had Colton Miller injured. They switched the running game from power running to zone blocking. So it was a lot of factors that went into that. And our O-line wasn't as good as it should have been because of the switch of systems and the injuries. But I feel like this year they're going to go back to hopefully power running. Colton Miller should be healthy. Because of last year's disaster, they know like who's gonna block what, who's gonna play what position.
I'm not gonna lie, fool. Samir White
Garbage.
supposedly was gonna have a good ass season last year.
And that goes to the whole scheme. They went from the power running, which helped Zamir White, to zone blocking. He didn't know how to run through a zone blocking scheme to save his life, bro.
So you're saying it was a coaching then?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Luke Getzey, fuck Luke Getzey, the OC. Or, sorry for cussing again.
Nah, you
but
good.
Luke Getzey, the OC, that was a terrible fucking hire. He switched the scheme from power running to zone blocking. It was fucking horrible. So yeah, it was a coaching. Like, yeah, did I like Antonio Pierce? Yeah, I thought he was cool. 2023 did great, but he just fucked up 2024. So
What happened to Antonio Pierce? Is he
Well-
still with the Raiders? Or?
No, he got fired, bro.
No, he
No,
got-
that's
no,
why he got
but
Pete
he-
Carroll. No, he's,
well,
I don't know where he's at.
Okay, okay.
No, I don't think
Well,
he's
I
well,
thought he
coaching.
was probably still part of the team or
Well,
something.
let me look. Jordan, I don't want to call him out, but he had high hopes for Antonio Pierce.
Last year.
You know why? Because he was from Compton or
Right.
like that's nothing you can.
Yeah, you can't quantify that.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're from a city doesn't mean you're good. But it goes back to the year before, though. The way he rallied the team and they finished off strong. You want to build on that. But then you can't change the schemes in the offseason and try to build on that. You got to go with what worked. You gotta.
Man, you know what? It's hard to change a scheme every fucking year. That's
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
at least every 2 years. It's hard, bro. Like I don't know why like owners don't understand that. Like
I do agree
like
with that. Yeah.
let's stick with this guy for at least
With what
3
worked.
seasons. At least 3 seasons, and then we'll see what's up after that if it doesn't work. But a lot of these guys are just getting rid of coaches after 2 years, a year. You know, like come on, let's see what's up.
I
Like,
do, I do agree with that. Like to get a set game plan and the players to buy into it and understand the game plan
You need
too.
the same
The book,
system.
understand the plays.
Yeah.
It needs at least two years plus.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
after if the coach has been there for like 2-3 years, okay, then the players are gonna start getting
Buying
into
into it.
understand it.
And that's where Antonio Pierce fucked up. He fired the OC that won him the job. Well, okay, I understand why he did it because they put up 0 points against the Vikings, but then they go out and score 63 against the Chargers. Just keep that OC.
Mhm.
He's gonna get better. Keep the same offensive coordinator, same offense. The players know it already.
Yeah.
Just build on what got you there.
And players gotta learn a whole new.
Now
fucking
you're gonna
different
fire
scheme.
this dude and bring in the dude that's
A whole
way
different game
different.
plan. Yeah.
It's like, of course you're gonna fail. And then you add injuries to that, bro. Come on, man. Then you're gonna throw in Gardner Minshew.
Well, look,
Garbage
Wait,
Minshew.
hold
bro.
on, hold on. Before I forget, I know last season you really had high hopes for
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell, bro. So now my question to you is, how do you feel about Geno Smith coming in and taking Aiden
O'Connell's spot?
O'Connell's spot? How do you feel about that? Because I know you had high hopes for O'Connell. I know you did.
I'll just say this. Like, I'm.
Look, are you better off with Geno? Like you in your heart, are you better off with Geno Smith or Aiden O'Connell? You feel like
Geno Smith.
all right?
Geno Smith. And, you know, last year I wasn't saying Gardner Minshew over
Oh
Aiden
yeah,
O'Connell.
nope, you weren't.
I was saying O'Connell all the way. Minshew, I think, is garbage. That just goes to show that I think Geno Smith is a way better quarterback than
And I
Gardner
agree with
Minshew.
that. And I agree with that.
Or
Well,
O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell's young too, so
He's young. Well, he's
Well-
not that young. He's 27. He's gonna be 27. He's gonna be what, 30 year in. That's pretty old. For
But he
a
don't got
30-year
no
player.
experience, does he?
No, he doesn't have any
No.
experience.
He has like one year.
2 years. This,
2 years?
this will be his third year at 27 years old. You know, these quarterbacks are coming out now at 21 years old, 22 years old. So no, I'm cool with Geno Smith taking over
Okay, that's
because I feel
that
like
was
he's a
my
way
question.
better quarterback than Gardner Minshew.
That was my question. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm not
all
mad
right.
at it. Like I still like O'Connell,
Mhm.
but I feel like Minshew is just better than him in every.
Well, I agree with that.
So for the future, who you got as quarterback? You drafted somebody.
Oh yeah, of course. You still gotta draft somebody, whether it's this year or next year. Regardless of what Geno Smith does, he's gonna be 36, 37 years old in 2 years. So
Arch Manning.
we're not gonna. I hope we don't pick high enough to get Arch Manning.
You hope you don't lose that
Uh,
many
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
Well,
exactly.
I got two
Exactly.
things. First, you guys could have drafted Shador Sanders. I know a lot of Raider fans were expecting to get Shador or were high on Shador Sanders to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys let him. Well, not just you guys.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody
passed on
whole
him.
league passed.
No,
on.
passed on them.
For a few rounds.
Yeah. 5 rounds.
And I want to hear your thoughts on that. And then the second one is when talking about coaching, when John Gruden got fired, who took over? Was it Bisaccia?
Bisaccia.
Bisaccia?
Yeah.
Wasn't he doing good? Like
He went to the playoffs. Yeah.
see, so why would they get rid of him? Like, why wouldn't they just keep him and
Build on that.
and build on that?
Well, let me answer the first part of your question. As far as Shador Sanders, I would have liked him. I never wanted him in the first round. If they would have got him in the second or third, I would have been cool with it. Shador Sanders is gonna be a good quarterback, and I want that on record now. That's gonna
I
be.
think so too.
He's gonna be a good quarterback, bro. He's not gonna be a. He's gonna be better than a fifth rounder. Let's just say that. Your second part, Bisaccia. The reason they didn't keep him was because nobody knew how he can manage or build a team. I want to say, because you got to remember he went to the playoffs with Gruden's team. You know, so would I have liked him to stay? Of course, but at the same time, there's not too many examples of a special teams coordinator being a good head coach. The only one I think there is John Harbaugh in Baltimore, which is a great coach. But do you really want to trust your franchise to a special teams coordinator?
Well, I want to say trust him for like 5-10 years. I would say trust him for like 2-3
The
years.
next year, okay, I
2-3
would
years?
I would have been down for that.
That's what I'm saying. Especially even though John Gruden
Yeah,
got fired or whatever
Yeah.
happened, and he
Whatever
took
happened.
over, whether it was his team or not,
right.
he was able to keep it
Right.
it together. Keep it composed and go
for
to
sure.
the playoffs.
Go to the
and-
playoffs, exactly. Block out the noise. I agree with that. Let me tell you where I was cool with the move to fire him right until they said it was going to be Josh McDaniels. I never agreed with Josh McDaniels.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was trash, bro. McDaniels, as soon as they said that, I'm like, are you kidding me? McDaniels, you saw what he did in Denver. He was a terrible head coach.
Well, like they say, some coaches are meant to just
Be a coordinator.
be a coordinator, and yeah, I do. Like, cause he was with the Patriots too, right?
He was the Patriots. He was a head coach with the Broncos, and he fucked that team up.
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels, I never liked him, bro.
He wasn't with the Chargers.
No.
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 No, he's always been either Patriots or
Oh okay.
somewhere else as a head coach with the Broncos and the Raiders only. Oh, and the Colts. He was gonna go to the Colts, but then he told him at the last minute, like, never mind, I'm good.
Oh,
I don't want to be a head coach with you guys.
well, I mean, keeping on NFL, another team.
Wait, hold on. Before we move on, sorry. I just gotta ask Shadow this real quick question. Give us your predictions on the AFC West.
AFC West, like
Yeah.
who's gonna win the division?
Your teams. Yeah, your
Like
team
you want
division.
you want the like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos.
Dang, Broncos dead last.
That last, and not even with a bad record, they'll probably be like 7 and whatever, 8 and something. But
Alright.
I'm being optimistic that everything's gonna
I
go
hear
right
you.
for the Raiders, bro.
I hear
And
you.
we're gonna probably
Yeah,
win
yeah.
like 9 to 10 games, but
Hell
it's
yeah.
not gonna be enough.
Hell yeah.
Chiefs are probably gonna win like 12 games.
Yeah, I don't know about the Chiefs dominating like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
but,
Mahomes,
I
you
heard-
you can't discount Mahomes, bro.
I heard Kelsey lost a lot of. He lost weight and he's bulking up.
He's ready to play.
Yeah, he's ready to play. He said I can't
think
go. He said I
Mahomes
can't
gonna
go
be
out
ready.
like this like last
Mahomes
year.
is gonna be
Yeah.
ready, bro. And like we go back to Sims systems.
Mhm.
The Andy Reid system. What is it gonna be like 7 years now in a row?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
I feel like
There you
it's
have it,
the Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos.
There you have it,
Broncos
folks.
dead last with like 7 or 8
So
wins.
you got the Chargers at least in third place.
yeah,
the Chargers.
yeah, bro. But hey, look, Chargers aren't gonna want to hear this, but Pete Carroll usually beats Jim Harbaugh. So, you know,
I
that's
mean,
what goes all the way back to SC Stanford.
we've
We beat him in the
No.
the playoffs at the with when he didn't want to run it with Marshawn Marshawn.
no,
No,
I
that
don't
was-
know.
that was
no.
a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Super
no,
Bowl.
I don't
No.
know, but
What about-
Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll's had her numbers though.
no, I know, but that
Even
that
in
wasn't
college, he was beating Jim Harbaugh
Yeah.
when there was at USC and Harbaugh was at
USC,
Stanford.
But what game was that when even Marshawn Lynch left at Pete
Oh,
Carroll's
yeah, it
face?
was a Super Bowl
No,
No, because we can't play him in the Super Bowl because we're both in the same
though.
division.
But I think that's the one you're talking about though.
No, because that was when
what are you talking? Which one? Are you
was it
Are you talking about when
So-
Sherman did that face? Like, what are you doing? Like,
They beat us. Dog.
No, I know, no, and yeah, no, I'm thinking, I'm
Nah,
thinking the wrong one. No.
Pete
No.
Carroll.
I
beat
think what
us.
you think about when Sherman says, what you like,
Yeah,
you know,
with Crabtree,
we
with
can't-
Crabtree.
Yeah, we
Crabtree.
Yeah, we
can't.
yeah, no, we did lose that
Don't
one.
try me with a sorry
yeah,
ass
but see,
receiver
that was
instead.
started, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah, no, yeah,
they beat us.
Yeah, no, thinking the
Yeah,
wrong
the
shit.
other one was.
Yeah, they
I
still
think
won,
the other
man.
one
They
was
beat
Super
us,
Bowl
they
with
beat us.
Brady when they should have ran it with,
Oh,
Should've
they
ran
should
it.
have with Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, and instead they threw an
Got
interception.
intercepted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
no matter how you see it, he does got a number though.
Yeah.
I mean, he
He does have
Carroll's,
Harbaugh's
had
number.
Harbaugh's number.
Harbaugh's
Sorry,
number.
yeah,
Yeah, of
Harbaugh's.
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, talking about the
Since college.
Niners, I got a few questions. I want your thoughts on the Niners. We just signed Brock Purdy, Kittle,
Yeah.
Warner. We
Warner.
signed.
Yeah. I like the Warner signing.
What are your what?
Gotta
I
lock
mean,
him
what are
down.
your thoughts? I mean, look, obviously as a Niner fan, I think we're gonna improve as long as we stay healthy.
Okay.
McCaffrey's already healthy, supposedly. Hopefully, no issues during the season. But
Mhm.
I want to hear your thoughts. So, what you think about the Niners?
Your honest thoughts. The hard truth.
Yep.
The hard truth.
gonna talk shit or not? I want to hear your thoughts.
Then we'll wait for you to come back.
Yeah, he's walking away. Like, you don't want to hear it.
He
You
walking
say you
away,
want to hear it,
for
but you
real,
don't
no,
want to hear it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can they walk away.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll wait till you come back.
Go, go.
I'll ask your brother in the meantime. How's your
Right.
offensive line?
Offensive line
Yeah.
was one of our weakest points last season.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
How do you feel about it going into this season?
Man, I feel like no different, honestly.
Really?
Only hope I got is that
Mhm.
we did draft it was late in the rounds, but all right. My only hope is that Trent Williams comes back a little bit healthier
Little bit
than this
healthier
year.
than last year.
Than-
Doesn't miss
than
a
the
game?
last year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's it.
That's the
But
main
that's
one I'm
it.
focusing on.
But that's it, bro.
Because that's who's protecting your quarterback.
The left guard, you know, but
Left tackle.
yeah, left tackle.
And that's really. I like all the moves the Niners made. Besides
I don't know, man. We had a
trading Debo.
Demo was a battle.
Besides trading Debo, and I think you overpaid for your quarterback. Maybe not overpaid, because
That's-
that's what the market is.
That's a topic.
But I don't think he deserves that money, bro.
That's a hot topic right
Your
there.
quarterback,
You heard it
are
here.
bro. Are you kidding me? Like you're gonna pay?
Bro, he didn't even get paid high.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't.
got
No,
paid the fifth highest.
but like you don't gotta get paid high to get
Six.
overpaid. So we're. I mean, look, hey, I don't like what you guys did, but if I get proved wrong, then it is what it is. But I just think you guys overpaid for your quarterback, man. You don't need to pay him like that, and especially trade anybody away to pay him, bro. Because you traded Debo Samuel to pay this dude.
Yeah, we did.
Regardless of what you feel about Debo Samuel.
No, I feel like Debo wanted out already.
No, yeah, of course, bro. Because you're fucking nickel and diming him for to get him paid to pay your quarterback.
Okay, who would you have rather paid, Debo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk? Honestly,
Debo Samuel.
Debo.
You would rather pick even
yeah.
no healthy, healthy.
Yeah, healthy. Because Debo, he does everything. He could punt return. He could be a wide receiver and he could be a running back.
Running back.
But he did do all that last season, and what did he do?
Well, he got injured. No, wasn't he injured?
Debo?
Debo, no.
No,
Who was
Ayuk
Ayuk, huh?
was-
Ayuk was Ayuk, but Debo Samuel didn't really. He
Okay,
I feel like
Debo's a power. He's power, pure power.
Yeah.
He's not a true wideout. He's not a true wide receiver.
Okay,
You know, he don't got no route running. nothing.
Right.
He know-
He's just gotta be quicker than everybody else.
He just
He's
gotta-
one of the hardest receivers to bring down, though.
That's what I'm saying. He's just power.
he got yak. He got yak.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's what you need, though.
That's what you need though when you're with cause you know this was just gonna give up the.
Oh, see, that's
See, but
No, because that's what the system calls for though.
no. That's not that.
but we even had the didn't we have the stat that he didn't even really didn't really check it down.
He was not a check down quarterback this.
And how did he do last year?
Well, we didn't win
You
games.
guys were horrible last year.
No thanks to Purdy though. It wasn't no. It was
I mean, who was it thanks to work?
defense, fool. The running defense was horrible, bro.
Yeah, our
If
running
you ask
defense
me.
we're getting rocked.
I'll be right back.
And so the running defense got fixed.
Hold that thought, cause I'll be right back.
I
Did
feel
the
like
running defense got fixed?
I feel like the defense got more fixed than the offense.
Yeah.
So our
We got more
At the end-
players. We got more
look, at
players.
the end of the
We
day,
got more
we-
players in the defense and in the offense.
in the offense, yeah, I agree with
In the
that.
draft too.
In the draft, but at the end of the day, it's still be determined, fool.
Mm.
Like we don't know how these rookies, like fool. Honestly, 90% of our draft was defense. I'll say that. Listen,
But
listen.
let's not go away. Hold on.
All right, yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
go away from what we're saying.
Yeah,
we're
you're
talking about Debo.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about Debo. He's good with Yak. Your brother brought it. I didn't bring up Yak. Your
No,
brother
yeah,
brought it back.
I know.
Well, look, his best year was not this past year. The year before that. That was probably his best year. Last year, whether we had O line or not, I feel like either way he dropped, and not just dropped a little. I feel like he dropped a good amount. You know, like he wasn't the same. Whether he was, again, he plays running back, wide receiver, he plays punt returner, but
Damn, 3-3.
I-
Sorry, guys.
I feel like he was already, like he wasn't already good. I mean, not that he wasn't good. It's just he dropped. You know, his game dropped.
Okay, I know it's two different sports, but
What's your point?
what I'm trying to say is two different sports. But it's like we talked about earlier in this episode about Otani sticking to one thing. What if Debo just stick to one thing?
Yes,
You don't think he'll be a great receiver
No.
if he didn't have to worry about being a running back, being a punt returner?
Nah, yeah.
I
Look,
don't think so.
I
Look,
feel like
he-
Debo's slow.
It's
Debo's
diff-
slow.
Yeah.
He's big, and so when you go and try to tackle him, he just fucking hits you, and he keeps going.
That's it, bro. Look,
He keeps
Debo,
his leg
Debo,
up.
he, like I've said it plenty of times, bro. Debo doesn't have no route runs, fool. He's not fast off the
He's not
line.
agile.
He's not fast off the line.
Mm.
He's strong. That's it. You know, it's hard to bring him down, bro. That's why my brother called on the yak, right?
Yeah.
Because you can hit him, here, and he'll still carry your ass 5-10 yards over there. You feel me?
But that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But that you I feel like you gotta pay the guy because he's gonna give you that as a receiver. He's gonna give you that as a running back, and he's gonna give you that as a punt returner. I don't think you guys should never trade it away. I think you guys need him, and I think you guys should have paid him.
I agree.
Because like you guys say, he's hard to bring down. He might not be a good route runner. He might not be a good route runner like you guys are saying. But if he catches the ball, it's not gonna be as easy to bring him down. All you gotta do is check down to him, and he's gonna give you a good. He's gonna give you the first down if you get the ball to him.
Look, last season, his best, like I told you, 2 years ago, yes, he was probably the top, both running back, wide receiver. But now, like my brother said, he's not a true wide receiver. If you see his routes, he's slow. He's not fast. He's not agile.
Right, his route running.
Yeah, his route running, like he's not gonna really juke nobody because he's slow. But The only shit is if he does catch it, which last year he dropped a lot of balls.
Did he?
Last year he did.
Okay.
And if he catches a ball, okay, yeah, he'll probably get you those yards. But Ayuk will fucking like, he's agile. He's
Yeah, he'll
he's
juke the shit out of
faster.
you.
He'll
Yeah.
juke the shit out of you and catch the ball and go to the
I
end
just
zone.
feel like Debo was a bigger part of that offense than you could be.
And that's what I told him when you're gone. I told him I know it's a different sport, but I brought up Otani how he does both,
Right.
and I said Debo does three.
Right.
So I feel like he had to pay the man.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like a cliche to say in sports, but it's like a Swiss Army knife. Debo does it all, whereas Ayuk, okay, he's just a receiver.
And he might not be great at all.
But he's good at
but
all.
he's good at all.
And especially in that offense with Brock Purdy as your quarterback, you got to have somebody that can just make shit happen for him.
Well, we do.
Who?
George Kittle,
Oh, come on.
bro.
George Kittle could block.
He can block and he can maybe catch and get a first down. He
Exactly.
won't-
What,
but he-
what did you just say?
he's not
But
gonna-
is
he's
he a
not
running
gonna-
back?
he's
Debo
not gonna
was a
line up-
running
He's
back.
not going to line up in the backfield, George Kittle.
Well,
Yeah.
now as a running back, we got Cowing.
No,
no, he's a wide receiver.
no.
Garendo.
El Garendo.
Garendo?
Garendo.
No, but see, Guerrero's a
I
great
know,
running back.
yeah,
but we're talking about paying Debo. Debo plays
Debo
three
can
different
play-
positions.
Debo's better fit for that offense than Ayuk.
Yeah, see,
is.
but we didn't need him as a
No, I
running
know.
back no more because if McCaffrey comes back and he stays healthy,
Yeah.
Big if.
and you
Yeah.
got
That's a
and
big
you
if.
got
If.
Garendo already too.
If.
You got
Big
Garendo
if,
already
bro.
too.
McCaffrey, you can't bank on McCaffrey, bro.
No, I'm not banking
With
on
all,
McCaffrey
with
at
all the
all, to be
mileage he
honest
had
with you.
from all these years, plus his injury history.
I think Garendo's good, and that way, I think Shanahan has to give less carries to McCaffrey to keep him healthy. Garendo's good, and I don't even
Yeah,
know why
he's
we
good.
let go off of Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason was a beast back there.
Because they think McCaffrey's gonna come back. That's why healthy.
Where did Jordan Mason go?
He went to
Vikings.
the Vikings. Vikings lost their quarterback though. I mean,
Yeah.
they still got JJ McCarthy.
They're expecting big things from JJ. I mean,
Yeah, that's
They are expecting big things from
I
JJ.
mean, I'd rather have JJ than Sam Darnold.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, I mean,
Past season though, Sandora
Well,
went off.
Yeah, he went off because of the system. System
Okay.
quarterback too.
He has one of the top wide
See,
receivers. in the
system
league.
quarterback.
And he had-
He said two. What does that mean? You talking about Brock Purdy, bro?
like you were saying.
Hey,
yeah,
no,
top
but
wide
see-
receiver too.
Yeah, one of the top wide
see,
receivers. in the league.
but you
and,
can't.
and he had a great running back, Cook. That
See,
was
but you got
cooking.
Home run.
That's it. Game. Yeah, that's
Game.
Who was
Will
it?
Smith.
Will Smith. Yep, that's a home run.
See, but you
Sorry guys, we just had a walk off
Padres just beat the Padres walk off home run.
home run by Will Smith.
43.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
See, but you guys talk about system quarterback, and y'all were saying,
Listen.
what was it? Last year or 2 years ago that Brock Purdy's the system quarterback, that anyone can play for that Niners offense. And what happened when Purdy got
Lance?
hurt and no, when Purdy got hurt and what's that other fool? He's not there no more.
Pasternak? No,
Pastron? No, that wasn't
he didn't
Pastron.
play. He didn't play.
No, it was the other fool.
When that fool got hurt in the playoffs.
No, it wasn't even the.
Jimmy Garoppolo, you can.
No, no.
How many games did Purdy miss last season? Was he injured?
Last season he missed.
Nah, he wasn't injured.
He wasn't injured last season. Look
No,
what
no.
he did last season.
He had his worst
That's
season.
like that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Bro,
he did have his worst
Did he
season
have
last
his worst
season.
season last year?
Bro,
He did.
he was still
He
in like
missed the
top.
playoffs.
No,
He was
but-
still-
And he didn't even have a winning record.
team wise, yeah.
But he was like in
personal
top three.
stats?
He was like top 3 or 4 in
Okay, I guess
percentage
yeah.
and
What we
completion
want is
percentage.
to, what we like is for the Niners to,
To
win.
win.
Yeah? But if you're talking about personal stats, Purdy had one of his greatest seasons.
Yeah.
Did
He
personal
was like
stat-wise.
top 3 in
Look at the yards, bro.
completion
And where did that
percentage.
lead him?
That's
But
what
that's
I'm
what we're
saying.
saying. That's what we're saying. If it's personal, okay, yes. But if it's a team wise, no, it wasn't a good year for the Niners. But personal, he had a good year.
Yeah.
Because was he playing from behind? All that garbage time?
Garbage
Nope.
time throws.
No.
No, a lot of the games were not from behind, bro. They were close games. Fool. It wasn't garbage time, like you said. A lot of the games we had were close games, bro. I'm telling you. But he did have a lot of fucking more interceptions. I'll tell you that. He did. He had a lot more interceptions.
Last year, yeah. Last
But-
year he did have more interceptions.
But Shadow mentioned it earlier, bro. He talking about checkdowns, fool. Purdy had the lowest percentage of checkdowns last season. I know we didn't win any games.
It's hard.
That's why you didn't win
it's,
any
it's
games.
hard to.
I don't know if that's.
You're not throwing
see,
checkdowns
you're
if
saying
you're
that's why we
losing.
didn't. Moses is saying that that's why we didn't win any games. I don't think that's the case.
What do you think is the case?
The defense was the case.
You all had the best defense.
No,
You-
no, we didn't. Hell
Let's
no.
be honest though. Let's be
You all
honest.
had Ward. You all had Warner.
Dog, okay, you're talking about players, football. Let's talk about like the run defense. Niners.
The line, the actual.
We had one of the worst run defenses.
No, the
We were-
Cowboys did.
I said we had one of the worst.
Oh, okay.
We were getting.
And the Cowboys had a better record than you guys.
Did they?
And we didn't have Dak
And we didn't have
Prescott.
Dak Prescott.
Did y'all make the playoffs?
We had a better record than you guys, and we didn't have a quarterback. And we had the worst run defense.
I think the guy who was playing for you guys is better than Dak.
Oh, come on. Yeah, Cooper Rush? No, we had not even Cooper Rush. What was it?
To know,
Shadow don't know.
The fool we got from you guys.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
So you think Trey Lance is
on.
better?
He played-
Yeah,
he
we
played
had Trey Lance.
2 games.
Nope.
2 games. He played 2 games, fool.
No, he didn't.
No. Okay.
No.
How many? Oh, check the stats right now.
I missed
How many?
this.
Okay,
I
so you
missed
think
this.
Cooper Rush and hold on, you think Cooper Rush and Trey Lance is better than Dak?
I think Cooper Rush was.
Because no, hold on. That's what he just said. He
No,
said
fool.
our backup quarterback is better than Dak Prescott. That's what he just said.
No, fool. I
You
don't-
just said that.
No.
Don't say no now.
Okay, you want me to say yes?
Well, yeah, because that's what you said. You said our backup quarterback is better than Dak.
I think fucking Brock Purdy's better than that Dak Prescott.
think
That's
we're
all.
Okay, but our backup quarterback is better than your
No.
guys' backup quarterback because with the weak
Yeah.
ass defense, he did better. He had a better record than you guys did with Brock Purdy. How about that?
Okay, there. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your backup is better than our backup, fool. But not our starter, fool. Not the starter.
But our backup had a better record as a team than your starting quarterback, and we had a weaker defense because our run defense was weak as fuck.
Well, it don't matter because who made it to the playoffs? None of us did.
None of us. No, but we're not talking about who made it to the playoffs.
That's what you had just said, right?
No. I
That
didn't.
about
I didn't say that.
Better record. You had a
We're
better record.
talking about the record.
Better record.
Because you brought that up. You brought up the record, and you said that our backup quarterback. Because I said Dak Prescott was hurt, and we ended up having a better record than Niners. That's all I said. And I said our defense is weaker than you guys' defense. Because your argument was that you guys had a weak defense. Cowboys had a weaker defense, and we ended up with a better record. Not only that, we had to face Washington twice. We had to face the Eagles twice, who made it to the NFC's championship.
Then division games, okay. But what?
Both teams made it to the NFC championship game.
He banking on other teams now to
No.
stay his
Oh,
case,
come
fool.
on. But it helps my case, does it?
He's
Shadow?
banking on his rivals to
Does
stay.
it help my case?
But it helps. It helps.
It helps my case.
Because he's saying he played better teams throughout the season. Than you
Exactly.
Hey,
Because
wait.
those two teams made it.
And
You guys
one of them
probably
won
had
the
a
Super
softer
Bowl.
schedule than we did. And that's why you guys have a soft schedule this year season coming in.
That's why, because of last year or what?
Yeah?
That's why we have a soft schedule now.
Y'all got a soft schedule. That's all it is.
I
But
don't
that's
mean-
all I'm saying.
I don't mean to bring this up, but who had the most injuries, fool? That's what I'm saying in the NFL. Who had the most injuries?
Y'all had a quarterback though. We didn't.
See, now you're bringing up
We
quarterback.
didn't
When
have-
I was talking about defense. Who had the most?
Oh, so now we're just talking about defense. So now we're just talking about
Raiders-
defense. Or we're
Raiders
talking about
had
teams.
No, you brought that up. You said, oh, okay, because I brought up the defense, yeah, but you said, okay, so you're talking about like the defense, because I told you that we're getting gashed at the run defense, right?
Yeah.
I told
And
you.
I said we had the worst run defense.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
But why would but why is our defense bad? Because we had a lot of injuries, bro. I don't mean to bring up the injuries.
Warner was hurt,
He played with a broken foot the whole year.
and he was solid, right?
He played.
They don't matter if he was hurt or not. He was solid, right?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yes or no?
No, he was okay.
Oh, come on. He was okay.
Tonyo.
Tonyo, he was okay.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't have. He wasn't MVP Fred, fool.
Yeah, hell no. Hell no, he
He
was an
was-
MVP.
I'm just saying, fool. I don't mean to bring up
But
the excuses.
It don't
dog.
matter. It don't
But
matter.
you're going to. That's
No.
the thing.
No, I don't. I'm like that's it.
It
I'm
don't
done.
matter because none of us made it to the playoffs anyways, and
None of us did, bro. Not even the
and,
Raiders.
and there's always next year. So Next year we already have that bet.
What's the bet?
Who's gonna have the better record, right?
Who is it?
Between the Cowboys and Niners, right?
Yeah,
We bet at that Kawama, right?
yeah.
All right, so we'll see this here. Wait, whether it's an easy schedule or not, since our quarterback sucks,
Like
we shouldn't win, right?
like Shadow said. Shadow says it all the time. Not for long. That's what the NFL stands for.
Not for long.
So I don't care. It don't matter if it's a weak schedule right now because it's not
That's
for
what I'm
long.
saying. That's what I'm
It
saying.
could be a weak schedule in the off season, but once the games start, you never know. But to answer your question originally, fuck, I feel like we got off
Dang,
track.
yo,
Like,
shit.
the Niners, the moves they made, I don't agree with all of them. I just feel like Shanahan's gonna be good enough to overcome most of them, but he's gonna figure out a way to make Brock Purdy work without his weapons.
So first place in the division.
Fuck no.
Damn, bro, you made it sound like we were gonna pick first, bro.
No. Like he's gonna be. You guys gonna be good enough to maybe.
Make the playoffs at least? Or no?
Maybe. Like I mean,
All right, let me ask you this, Shadow. Let me ask you this, fool, and answer it honestly, bro.
yeah.
Who do you think is gonna make the? Who do you think has a better chance at making the playoffs, fool,
In your division, or from our teams.
from our teams? All our teams. Who do you think has a better shot? Answer that.
Making the playoffs.
Yeah, making the playoffs, not making no noise, nothing, just making the playoffs. Answer that truthfully. Think about it.
Oh, that's fuck, man. That's a tough question because you gotta look at divisions too now.
That-
Who's in a strong
look at
division?
all that.
You know.
No, well, according to him, he said don't use the division as an excuse.
Well, it's gotta be. I mean.
That's what he said.
Right. But no, I mean, hey, you gotta factor that in though. Like honestly, like if I'm being realistic, like okay, who's gonna? It's still you guys, because your division.
It's soft.
I don't want to say soft, but it's easier. Which I guess you could say
Okay.
it's the same thing. But it's easier division. Okay, look at their division. They just had
I know
Two,
they-
teams,
I know-
two teams that just made it to the NFC.
I know that, bro.
With the Super Bowl
Come-
champion.
Yep.
With the Super Bowl
Hey,
champion.
but you guys, are you guys not expecting the fool from Washington to have the sophomore
Hey,
slump?
but they're getting Dak back, fool. They're getting Dak back. Remember that too.
Maybe. But they.
But don't forget, you said our backup quarterback was better than Dak. You said that. I did it.
Yeah.
So
No, but
what,
you
does,
don't
what does us getting Dak
But you
back
don't-
have to do with anything?
but you
No,
don't-
you
No,
said
as far
that.
as-
No,
division,
you
though.
no. Let's not switch up.
Okay, well,
you
we're
said
like-
he.
hey,
No, hold on.
wait,
Let me talk to
no,
your brother
no,
real quick.
wait.
No,
Just
let me
keep
talk
it-
to your brother real quick.
Listen.
Okay, wait,
Just-
hold on.
no,
hold
Hold
on.
on.
Let-
Let me.
I'm
No,
not
hold on.
I'm not
hold
letting
on.
him speak, but
Oh.
just can you
Oh,
please
my
lower
bad.
your
All right,
voice,
all right,
bro?
my bad.
God damn.
All right.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
All
What are we doing here, bro?
Hold on. He said our backup quarterback is better than Dak, and now he's trying to say, oh, but
No,
y'all
No,
getting
no, he
Dak
didn't
back.
say that. He didn't say that.
I didn't
No.
say that, bro.
You
I-
said that. You said that.
You said that. He said it. He said, what'd you say? Your backups are better than his backups? Or-
I did say that, but I honestly, whatever, fool. But you said Dak.
No,
is-
at the end, you guys were talking about backups. Like, who had
Yeah.
the better backup?
Yeah, who had the better backup, fool?
But Brock Purdy, why were we talking about backups when Brock Purdy wasn't hurt that season? I wasn't talking about
I
backups.
forgot what we were talking
We
about.
weren't talking about backups.
No.
He brought up
Yeah.
that our backup was better than Dak, and now he's trying to say, oh, but y'all got Dak back.
No,
What does
no,
Dak got to
no,
do?
no. I'm saying
No.
that because you said Dak.
It's not better. Dak is better than
Oh,
the
so
backup.
now you agree with me.
No,
No, he's not agreeing
Also,
with-
our backups are better
No,
than Dak.
no. He's saying that you said that Dak is better than your backup. That's what he's saying. You're saying you said that Dak is better
You
than
said
your
that.
backup. My brother's saying that your backup is better than
So,
Dak.
Okay,
Well,
okay, I get
but
that.
see, but that's not what we're talking about right now. Right now, you just said that he said Dak is back because you said Dak is better
Okay,
than
but
your backup.
so now he's agreeing with me or
no,
what?
no. I'm
No.
just
See, you
telling
don't
you.
get it.
Okay,
You don't get it.
so I don't get it, but I don't cause
Okay, that's what I'm
I
telling
don't get it because did he not just say that the backup quarterbacks are better than that?
No,
Did he
I'm
say
saying
that?
no. Listen, I'm still saying the Cowboys. They're not gonna have better record than the Niners, fool. But since you said it, so now I'm saying, Shadow, who do you think is gonna have a better record?
Well,
No, but we're
No,
look,
see,
look,
it goes back. Yeah.
No,
yeah, it goes
look.
back.
Okay, look. Let me explain this
you
to you.
switched up the question.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
look. My brother said that your backup quarterback is better than Dak. That's okay. But listen. You said that Dak is better than your backup.
Okay.
And that's what
Okay, and
you're-
that's what I'm saying, Toño.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So now he's switching up.
No,
'Cause now
he's not. He's
he
not
is,
switching up.
because he's saying, okay, you all getting Dak back, so you all should
Because
be
that's
good.
what you said. Because
Because
you said.
that- 'cause I'm
Because you
sa-
said.
I'm giving you the
now he's
benefit of the
agreeing
doubt.
with me. So now he's agreeing with me. No,
No,
he's giving me the benefit of the doubt.
No, you don't
He
get it.
literally just said he's
I
giving
did,
me the benefit.
I said that.
Thank
I said-
you.
Alright.
Hold on. I did say that. So now you come back at me. Tell me what you're gonna say. Tell me what are the Cowboys, what are they gonna do?
You all got a soft schedule. You might end up having better record, but I already bet your brother that what you guys won't. But you got a softer schedule. You guys got a softer division. We just had a division where
Now we're going based on softer schedules, fool.
no, I've been based on softer schedule. Not now. I've been. You all got a soft schedule. Y'all
Yeah,
got
we
a
know
soft division. You didn't know that?
Okay,
No, I
but
said I know that.
Okay.
I said I know that.
all right, but what did we just say? It's a soft schedule until we play the games.
Okay,
Yes.
but
let-
we
let-
just look. Let's just go back on last season. We got to play the defending Super Bowl champs. We got to play the runner up to the NFC, which is the Commanders. We got to play them both teams 4 times. 2-2 the Eagles, 2-2 the Washington Commanders.
Okay, so well, you don't have faith in your team, or what?
No, well, I already betted you.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So then what's the
I
argument?
already
then?
betted you.
So what's the argument?
I don't know what the argument
No,
is.
I don't know what the argument is.
man, listen.
That's what I said.
The argument, no, because he's asking.
No,
He
yeah.
asked me
I know
who
what you're
I-
saying, Moses. I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I get what he's saying too.
Yeah,
But he
I-
asked me who I think's who's gonna have a better chance to make the playoffs out of our 3 teams.
Out of our 3 teams.
And all
That's
he
all-
said,
He said
he's-
Niners.
No, well, also before I said that though, I said it's gotta go based off division
Yep.
and who has a harder division. So
I didn't ask that. I just said.
No, I know, but you gotta factor
Okay,
that
the
in.
easy answer will be the Niners.
The Niners,
The easy answer.
because you have
Yeah.
the nicer
Okay,
division.
well, that's
That
all.
was-
That's all we asked.
Moses said
we don't care about
Big
the
Mo
schedule.
said the softer division. I just said, well, it's like feels like you have to. I don't want to call it an easy division,
Well,
but out of the 3
I'll
of our
agree with that.
divisions,
I'll agree with that.
but out of our 3 divisions,
We don't just
you
have
a nicer division.
But we
so-
don't just have an easy division. We have an easy schedule overall, and it's okay.
Regardless of that.
We don't make the schedule.
Right, of
No,
course,
I'm
but-
not-
but I'm not
you
even
guys.
looking at that. I'm not even looking at that. I'm just looking at divisions. Like if you're looking
Yeah, I
at
agree with
divisions,
you.
who would you say has the strongest or weakest
Yeah,
division?
Niners.
Well, definitely the
Niners.
Cowboys.
That's okay.
No, the Niners are the
No.
strongest.
No, that's what I'm saying. They have
Right,
the
right.
strongest.
The weakest
Okay.
would be you guys.
Yeah, the weakest will be us.
I'm not saying that's a weak division because you still have the Seahawks, who they might do okay with Darnold up there. The Rams, you can never count them out.
The Rams are gonna be tough.
Cardinals.
I got the
Cardinals.
Rams on top. I got the Rams.
You got the Rams up top. Okay, that's what I mean. Like
The Cardinals are gonna be strong too. With
It's gonna be,
that
that's still a
football.
good division. It's still a good division, but it's not as good as
No,
the divisions
yeah,
that
I
our teams
know.
are in.
I know.
And
But
that's why
see,
the
but
question,
see,
to answer your question, who can make the playoffs out of our teams? I don't want to say easiest or who would I put my
No,
money on?
yeah, it
Would be
is.
you guys to make the playoffs because it's the weakest division. out
see,
of ours, really.
and
Which is not to say it's a weak division. I'm just saying it's the weakest out of our 3.
see,
Yeah, I hear you.
see,
I
see,
hear-
but
I agree with that. I
But
agree
when,
with
but
that. I
when,
agree with
but
that.
when me
No,
and
I agree with
when
that.
me and Moses bet it, like I understand that, but that's the reason why I bet it, because we have the weakest schedule, and I'm not afraid to say that. You know, I know we have a weakest schedule, and that
Right.
obviously that's better for us because we can make the playoffs.
Right.
So
But see, I didn't know you guys had the weakest schedule too, as
Yeah.
of right now. Like
Weakest
before the games
schedule
started.
in the
Really?
NFL.
All NFL.
yeah,
Oh,
not just
bro.
I mean, like you said, yeah, our division isn't as strong as you guys is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, obviously it's the NFL, bro. They're all
Yeah,
good
yeah.
teams.
Not
I mean,
for long. Yeah.
they're all good teams, but you know, obviously we,
Yeah, yeah.
we do have the weakest,
They're all
and
professionals,
and,
yeah.
and I do take that into consideration.
Right.
So that's why I say, yeah, we're gonna have the better. I mean, it's not a guaranteed. It's not a guaranteed, but I do think we're gonna have the better record in the
Listen, bro, the
Cowboys.
NFL varies from year to year.
Year to
bro.
year, it's a year-to-year
it's
league, bro.
tough to call,
It's
bro.
a week-to-week league.
It's
a week-to-week league, bro.
It's you know, it's only 17 weeks, so 18 at the most, I think. But
18 with the bye week.
yeah, NFL is like toughest to, I feel like, to predict. You
Yeah.
know? Like you can have some expected sorry teams to do good, and then you can have some good ass teams to do bad. You know, so I mean,
Wait.
we'll s-
In the West, you got this softest schedule versus the hardest. Cowboys got the hardest schedule because you got the Eagles. We got to still play the Bills. You saw the stretch. I don't have it in front of
You
me.
guys have the Bills too this year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
You
one
guys
of the
played
hardest.
the AFC East too.
Yeah, we
They
have
have
one.
the hardest last 7 games or whatever.
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
last
Like
year.
it's right. Like after our bye, well, we got to play the Eagles. I don't have it. I don't have it in front of me.
But even
We got to
then-
play the Lions. Who else? I can't think about teams. We gotta like.
No, but that sounds like you guys are playing the NFC North, the AFC East, plus your division. So that's the Lions, the Vikings, the Packers.
Yeah. We got
You guys
them.
play the
We got the Bears.
You play the Bears. You play the Bills. You play the Patriots, the Jets, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
boy.
yeah.
All right. Well, before we
Hey,
end
hey,
it,
hold on. Before we end this, for the last sake between me and Moses, what was the record for the Cowboys last season?
No, I don't know.
I don't
I'll
know
probably
either.
like
Whatever it was.
7 or something, 6 or something.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
probably almost same as us.
Yeah.
We had a
Maybe.
bad record too.
Got a like a win or 2 over them. That's about it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a hard schedule for you guys.
Last year?
That's
No,
all. That's
this
all.
year.
No,
this
I'm talking
year.
about last year.
Coming
No.
up this year.
No,
I know.
no,
I know,
no.
because you won. Because you won six.
Last season we were, that's what they're asking me, right?
Right.
Oh,
I don't know if you won. I don't know if you'll match that win total this year.
That's
we got that back. I do
That's true.
agree. I do.
Okay.
I
Okay.
say that our quarterback is better. He
No, I
said our
agree. I
quarterback
agree.
is not better than our
I think,
backup.
no, I think your
And
quarterback
all
is
of
better
that,
than
let's
your
not
backups.
forget we got George Pickens.
Not after that injury.
No, I just feel like your quarterback's better than your backups.
Thank you.
Like I would.
Appreciate
You
that.
remember last year I said I would love to have Dak Prescott on the Raiders.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
bro.
remember you saying that.
Bro, I said it at the training camp.
Yeah, you
At
in
the training
Compass?
camp.
Coming up in August.
I don't know you guys were going.
we just decided.
Why
right?
wouldn't we?
Well, we don't even know we're going.
We should go.
We just know. We just found out about this right
We
now.
should go.
Are we going?
We should go.
When is it?
Let's not worry about that right now.
I'm not
but-
You're inviting me?
I'm telling you, let's go.
Oh yeah, to pick me up. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Nah, bro, you're in.
No, like,
Whether you say yes or no,
Like, it
you're
picks
in,
me
bro.
up, like yeah. If I don't have to drive, hell yeah. But yeah, I said it last year though. Like I'll take Dak Prescott on the Raiders. I said that before. So I like Dak Prescott as a quarterback. But aside from all that, that's a very hard schedule for you guys this year, bro. So I mean, yeah.
See, and then that's why I betted him too,
Yeah.
cause we have the
Right.
easiest schedule and they have a hard ass fucking schedule, bro. And
And for me, it's all good because the way I see it, obviously, I don't like after the last couple seasons, I don't care how many games we win in season. Because if we could beat those good teams, that means we go deep in the playoffs. You
Yeah,
gotta
like the
to be
playoffs,
good, you
yeah.
gotta beat the good teams.
Right, I agree. To be the best, you gotta beat the best.
Yep.
You know, I agree with that 100%. And I guess I hope you guys do because that's a hard ass schedule, bro. Like I didn't realize you guys playing the AFC East, the NFC North, your division. Oh fuck, dog. That's it's gonna be a nice, fun season.
all right, well, one last question before we end this. I want to pick from all of you guys. What's a sleeper team you guys got
In
this
the
year
NFL?
in the NFL? It don't matter what division, NFL.
I guess the Bears.
The Bears?
Yeah, if I had to say somebody, the Bears.
Bears.
Damn, I don't know.
I feel like the Cardinals, man. Like the Cardinals are just always there, bro. Just fucking. I feel like the Cardinals are always on the verge of figuring it out before they fuck up. You know.
I like the Chargers who has a sleeper.
Chargers?
Team. Yeah, sleeper team. They might make some noise. The Chargers. Did Moses say his sleeper team?
Yeah.
What did he say? Oh, the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. He said the
Yeah.
Bears.
I feel like the Chargers might make some noise.
But I mean, well, okay. What are you gonna say?
I mean, I don't know if you guys consider this a sleeper team. I mean, I think the Packers, bro. I don't know if you consider that. You guys consider that?
Well,
a
see,
sleeper
that's the thing. That's what I wanted to ask. Like, what's a sleeper team to you guys? Because the Chargers made the playoffs this year. So, what's a sleeper team to you guys? For me, it's a team that didn't make the playoffs last year. That
The
under
Chargers made the
radar.
playoffs?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. And they got spanked, bro. This fool Herbert threw like 4 picks in that game.
Versus who?
The Texans or I forget who they played. But that fool shit the bed in that game.
Yeah.
Dang.
He threw more picks in that game than he did all season.
The Packers didn't make playoffs, did they?
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess
think
a
they did.
sleeper
I think
team
they
is
did.
considered like. Do you expect the Chargers to do any? Because Shadow had them last in the division. I think.
No, I had him third.
Third. Shadow had them third in the division.
I think I had the Broncos last.
Yeah.
But
So-
see, if they make playoffs, I guess that's not a sleeper team.
If not,
Last
So-
year,
so
if they
Packers
made the
is
playoffs
really-
last year,
all
I
right,
think-
all
I
right.
think
Give me
Packers
the
made-
Broncos then. I'll take the
They made
Broncos.
the playoffs too, though.
But you had them fourth in the division, so that's
For
not-
this coming year,
Yeah.
but last year they made the playoffs.
Okay, okay. So we're talking about like
Well, I mean, a sleeper means Moses.
Yeah.
What does a sleeper team mean to you? Like a sleeper pick? Can a team that made the playoffs last year be a sleeper pick this year?
I feel like not. I feel like not.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Because he picked the Chargers, he picked the Packers for a sleeper team. I picked
Yeah,
the
no.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
So you don't think the Chargers will be a sleeper team next year,
Well,
Honestly.
they're not. They're,
or
well,
the Broncos?
Well, it's because they're
They
not
both
sleeper
made the
teams. They
playoffs.
both make the
They both made the
playoffs, so they're not
playoffs.
Yeah,
sleeper
but I
teams.
know.
Yeah, for sure on the Broncos. For
You
sure
can't
on
be
the
a sleeper
Broncos.
team if
Well,
you made the
well,
playoffs.
Shadow
in
had
my
them
opinion.
fourth in the division.
Should I
this year.
pick the Raiders then?
No, but
Yeah, you
but
should've
it's just it's if they make the play. If they make the playoffs, it's not a sleeper team because they're already there.
That's what I'm saying. They're
You
already
know?
in the playoffs. They're already in the
They're already.
Who'd you pick?
I had the Packers, but
I think
but
they
made the
made
playoffs,
the
no?
playoffs.
They made the playoffs,
I
right?
think they made the playoffs.
So no then.
So no.
So we can't pick the Packers or the. I picked the Chargers. That's why. So that's not a sleeper team.
Give me
for
the
next year?
fucking Niners, bro. Sleeper
There you-
team right
okay,
there.
there you go. Sleeper team.
Sleeper team.
I'll
not
take the
sleeper team.
Niners then, bro.
Okay, then,
Easy.
alright.
Cowboys.
No,
Said
no,
he
he
said the
already
Bears,
took-
he had the
Oh,
Bears.
he said
He had
Bears.
the Bears.
Bears.
Man, that
And I heard the Bears and I had
No,
the
I
Cardinals.
agree with the
I had
Bears though.
Cardinals.
The Bears are looking scary, bro. Honestly, bro, they got a good offensive line. They picked a fucking defensive lineman, cornerbacks. They go all around. Fool.
That coach ain't gonna do shit. Bro.
We'll just see how
don't
the
think so?
quarterback does too. We'll see how the quarterback does too.
Nah, the quarterback's
Caleb
fine.
Williams?
The coach ain't gonna do shit, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a fucking offensive weapon with the Lions.
Hey,
He don't got the same team though as the Lions. So,
not just that, but look,
don't know, bro.
like you just said earlier, how many coordinators go on to fucking FedEx head coaches?
Yeah.
Bro? I feel like he's another Josh McDaniels.
he could just be good at offensive coordinator and that's it.
You gotta
Like
be
as a
one
coach, you gotta handle everything, you know.
of- right, exactly.
So at least be on top of it, you know. You don't
Yep.
like
That fool ain't gonna do shit.
if you don't like what the defensive coordinator is doing,
Yeah.
then he gotta change it up. If you don't like what the offensive coordinator is doing, then he gotta change it up. If you don't like what the special teams coach is doing, then he gotta change it up.
And you gotta be able to speak up to change
Yep.
it up.
We'll see.
And I don't
We'll
feel
see.
like he's got that in him.
Oh,
Tell them
alright.
we got no ice right here, fool. Let them know why we got no ice right here, fool.
Because I didn't buy any.
Alright.
Well, with that being said, guys, man, this is a good ass conversation right here. Conversations, arguments, whatever you guys want to call them.
Shit was fun.
Some yelling, some
Fuck, a lot of
disagreements, a lot of everything. But it was a good one, man. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week.
That's it. That's just not cut off. You're gonna have to go up there and
Go
cut
there,
that shit off.
Before it cuts off.
Because
hey,
Islo's not behind the lens.
Islos, cut that shit. Islos.
Andres behind the lens.
Andres behind the lens, he ain't gonna cut that
Next
shit
time,
out.
I guess. All right,
This
then,
one
y'all.
too, no?
See y'all next time. Yeah,
This
that
one
one,
too?
that one, that's the one that was recording. Yeah. That shit was dope.